There it is. I don't know why it's so long every time, but we are live. So welcome everybody.
Seconds.
That's what she said.
It's good to see everyone. We are down one man, you may notice, besides just a Levi, who seems to be off the camera getting a costume, I'm going to guess. Ooh, look at that hoof.
Hooves.
Oh my.
There it
my.
is. That beard was not on a few moments ago. It's amazing how quickly he dons his outfit. But he is ready to rock. We are down one Clint this week. We will be down him this week and next week, it looks like, due to some work shenanigans. So he's got another picture up there hanging out just to keep us company. Right on over there, keep us going. And so we'll kind of get going through either way. But for those of you who may have missed last episode or need a refresher, let me go ahead and get that one going for you. So last time the party found itself racing towards the sounds of a dying Digbungle who had been assaulted by a lightning serpent, believe it or not.
Dying.
Oh yeah, he was down. And then back up he went. As if that weren't enough, a massive earthquake began shaking and quaking, making an already dangerous encounter even worse. Clashes showed his prowess by grappling the giant serpent, pummeling it while Lug and Spicy Mike smashed at it. And Jasper Smoothhands kept the party alive, showing a professional touch.
Spicy got smashed back, too.
Boy, howdy did he ever.
He got smashed back pretty good.
He got decked good. After dispatching the dreaded serpent, the group traveled around 20 minutes through a cavern system before finding themselves in a cave mouth. The opening was covered by a moss-covered tree, but before they could find an escape, they encountered Hallod. He stood along a berm, crossbow and knife in hand, frothing at the mouth from some alchemical concoction he had drank, and he shouted insults to the party as he opened up his assault. What are you guys laughing about now?
Matching outfits.
We got matching outfits.
Do we have the same hoodie on?
Did you guys call each other today and plan?
Yeah, we called each other.
We did.
We called each other to organize. Yeah,
it's so true.
You guys just didn't get the call fast enough. Otherwise, you all have the same.
Apparently not. I feel left out.
I clearly need to check my messages.
Well, while we were busy coordinating outfits, Lug waded into the crate-filled area with confidence, but failed to detect that one of Hallod's deadly traps was there, and he ate a spear right in the chest, which dropped him. Thankfully,
Second
Jasper...
one of the night.
That's right.
Oh, second one of the... Not night. Well, technically, yes, second one of the night.
Same of that same night, yeah.
The 5-game night.
It was so long.
It was a long night.
We're going to knock this
A
whole
long
module out, guys, in
night.
2 days.
It might happen that way, I don't know. So Jasper leapt into action, reviving him, while Clashes and Digbungle and Spicy Mike leapt into action.
You know what I'm saying?
Hallod,
This is a hell of a thing.
Hallod slashed Spicy Mike almost to the bone. Got you pretty good, if I remember correctly.
They may have got me all right.
He stung you pretty hard, I think, given your current hit points being 1.
I got some of those back. Don't worry about it.
But after getting sliced, it was a devastating next turn of events as Lug slashed him, I believe, from butt cheeks to shoulders, and then Spicy Mike did a backflip, kicked him in the face before slashing into him, ending his life.
Cut his friggin' leg off at the knee.
That's right, that's what it was. Cut his leg off.
So I punched him in the face really hard. And then I took his belt.
Oh, man.
Gotta take his belt.
Yeah, you did take his belt, that's right. He
held
actually
it
had
up
a
his
pretty good belt. And so we find ourselves now, the exhausted party, finally sitting on a berm there next to the root system of a giant tree, covered in moss, collapsing, tired, and worn out from a extremely long day, in which most of them, but Clashes, have gone without sleep. And so the group decided to go pilfer through Hallod's equipment, found some cool items, including a note. And we'll go ahead and slap that guy on the screen if I can.
Slap it up.
Because it gives us a little bit of hints as to what was going on, including a bit
Seems
of
to be a
information.
V character that we don't know nothing about.
That is right. Where in the hell is that handout? There it is. Let's get that zoomed in. Maybe it'll be something people can read. Nope, that's going to fill up the whole screen in a weird way.
Guy
It's not
over
gonna work.
here.
But anyway, instead of showing you, I'll just read it out. It says, Hallod, the final shipment of corpse blood is due in just over a week, and it is the last thing I need from that greedy bastard Bort. I've enclosed a parting gift for him that I should ensure he never tells anyone of our dealings. Be sure that he gets it, my darling. Drop off the reagents as soon as they arrive. My work is almost done. You will find your usual reward in the stump. And that's
We gotta go to a stump.
Yeah, that stump has been mentioned before, and it was mentioned in a document that Lug found. while he was pilfering through that box underneath Hallod's bed. And in that, there was a map that seemed to indicate essentially where to go from here to get to said stump. And they were going to follow up on that. But as the group fell asleep, some things came up. And one of those things was that Clashes had been stung by a trap when he tried to unlock the chest that we were just talking about. And he had found himself the victim of a deadly poison.
Oh, deadly poisons.
The
As he
worst.
stayed up, things were looking pretty dire. But he is himself a half-orc. And half-orcs, they are some hardy folks.
That's not the right word. We're ferocious.
Ferocious, that's right. Ferocious is the right word.
It's orc velocity.
That's true. It is. It is. Orc ferocity.
So, due to orc ferocity, he survived the night, which otherwise would have certainly been his death. And he, throughout the night, did make some death saves and some saving throws and succeeded, getting us to the next morning. So the group, you find yourself waking up in the same tunnel that you were in before. As a refresher for some people, see if I have a picture of that. You guys can go chit-chat.
Yeah. I need to figure out how healing outside of combat works, so I can make sure that I think I am at full health hit points at this point. I just need to make sure that I do that because I don't really want to die.
Well, the good news is, in Pathfinder, you do naturally heal some health. And that health that you're going to heal up is your level times your con bonus.
Oh, okay. What about that old fun house rule where when you level up, you automatically get all your hit points back? How about that one?
No. Deal with it.
Well, if you
Okay,
give me
so one more time, that was my con plus my, what was it?
Con times level.
All right. And that's over what period of time?
One night.
sleeping.
That's terrible. Okay.
Well, if you give me about
Maybe
10
somebody
minutes
could
there,
have got
Mike,
that
I can
con
take a
bonus.
look at you and treat your wounds.
I guess I just got full hit points by sleeping overnight. That doesn't seem great.
Hold on, I gotta roll how wise I am today.
Oh, that's true.
Oh, yeah.
See, Animal G asked me a question here. He was wondering if the active chest things at the bottom contribute to the Techno Power Pan points. They are technically separate systems. However, I have included a bonus if you are a person who is active in chat, which means you are chatting and actively in the tab. You will get bonus points every 10 minutes. So you're essentially getting that automatically without clicking that little button.
That's right. He's looking
That's
at you.
very
and
nice. That's very
He's
nice.
looking at you when you're looking. Looking at you.
Yeah. It's for all you
So are we
orphans out
awake?
there.
Is it morning yet?
Yeah, you do wake up. You see that the light is there. Like this image that we see on the screen right now, that is not including a Hallod holding a crossbow or these other
So
two
what
creatures here.
happens if you didn't have hands, and so you can't take off your armor and you sleep in it?
Ooh, uncomfortable is what that is. Well, let's
That
take a
sounds
look and
quite
see what the rules of sleeping in armor may be in the new system. I'm sure it's somewhere in the book.
Because it's much meaner in 5e.
Yeah. Let's see. Sleeping in armor. Let's see. Let's see how fast I can navigate the book.
Oh man.
I just want to start off the stream all exciting like by having you look through a book about a rule that nobody cares about, really.
Well, fellas, I still feel like a friggin' dumpster fire over here. Anybody mind want to help me out a little bit? That'd be friggin' fantastic.
Oh, I can look into that for you there, Mike.
I could put
That
you
would-
out of
that
your
would- that would be
misery.
great.
Yeah, why don't you stay where you are? You do look rather under the weather.
Trying to figure out what happened to my hit points here on my character sheet. All of a sudden, it turned into 62, which is definitely not correct.
It's a weird world inside this cave.
Did you just give me hit points?
I did
Is that
not.
what
I
happened?
believe
Okay, because I'm like, I don't know what's going on here.
I don't know.
I
what you
believe
did,
I
so-
did.
I was
I
supposed to have
rolled a,
34 hit points.
Medicine check
Mhm.
for 20 to
All right.
treat wounds for
Excellent.
Spicy Mike.
Well, that is enough. And this is a new day, so this is your one time
Oh.
using that on him.
No,
for
this
today.
is treat wounds. So this takes 10 minutes. It's not the combat one.
Gotcha.
It's not battle medicine.
Yeah, this takes 10 minutes, and then I can't do it to you again for an hour. But after an hour, I can treat your wounds again, and it takes another 10 minutes.
Okay,
Gotcha.
I like the sound of that.
The emergency
Let's
battle
get more than
medicine
5
is
hit
one
points.
day.
That sounds like a good idea.
I am not seeing a easy access rule for that. So
Sleep in it all the time and nothing bad ever happens. That's a great rule. I agree with it.
there's got to be something.
Ugh. Sorry about that.
So I'm gonna, Michael, are you not feeling well?
Mr. Smoothhands here is attempting to help me feel a little better, but I'm feeling
5
pretty
HP.
under the weather, so
Yeah.
I'm definitely gonna need a little more help if you got something to give. That's for
There's only
sure.
5
You know what I
HP,
mean?
I'm afraid. So, but you do lose
Every
any
little
wounded,
bit helps.
Any wounded conditions you had are gone.
Nice.
Well, that's nice. I do like that.
Faux show.
All right, I'm up
I don't
to
think it was a
still
critical
less than
success.
1/3 of my total hit points.
All right. So
Somehow Spicy Mike became a meat shield, and he's not very good at it.
I'm gonna burn 3
Here, Jeff.
actions.
I found the rule. It's under rest and daily preparations.
Okay.
If you perform your best when you take enough time to rest, once every 24 hours, you can take a rest of 8 hours, which gets you hit points times your constitution minimum 1, your level. And if you decide sleeping in armor results in poor rest, that leaves you fatigued. So he has the fatigue.
Oh.
If you go more than 16 hours without resting, you become fatigued. Cannot recover from this until you are at least 6 continuous hours of rest.
Then I'm fatigued. All right.
Right.
So I'm gonna cast a 3-action heal on just a burst on everyone.
Okay.
Nice.
Never remember what this does. So, is it just 8 or is it the roll? Because it says if it's 1 action, it's touch. If it's 2 actions, increase the hit points restored by 8.
If you want a single person. Okay, it looks like
Yeah.
Levi is receiving a hero point from Poison Ivy Pika.
Yeah.
Oh,
And
thank
if
you
it's-
very much.
Thank
If
you
it's 3,
kindly.
if it's 3, it's just the 8 again, but it's considering that it's just the 8 spread across multiple people, though.
Mhm.
All right, so it's just so it doesn't increase with my ability. It's not.
Unless you have like something specific as a cleric.
Well, I do. It should be 10 now. All right, everybody heals 10.
That's friggin' fantastic. I'm
Right, thanks,
feeling
guys.
much
Good
better.
Oh, you know what? And if you want, right before you do that, if it's possible, if you allow DM, I would pop my angelic halo to
Oh,
for it.
go off, and that will add an additional +2 bonus to that heal.
That's right, ladies and
Oh.
gentlemen. Jasper Smoothhands has an angelic halo.
that's fantastic. So we get 12 instead?
That's
Is that what
beautiful.
we're saying?
Yes, thank you. That's a bit of a.
Jasper, what'd you find? That's beautiful.
Oh, it's just me actually. It's nothing I found. It's just it'll go away in a moment.
All right, Dustin has received a single hero point from Poison Ivy Pika.
Sweet.
Thank
Thanks,
you very much.
Pika.
Oh, look at that. Look at that.
Oh, yeah. So,
Okay, nice.
one other thing you noticed this morning is that, Digbungle, you feel that there's something shifting about in you. And as we talked about off stream a little bit there, when you wake up in the mornings, if there are effects on you from the crazy shenanigans of the wild that you would like to possibly get rid of, I will give you a chance to do that. So we've come up with some rules that they could become permanent. They almost always will stay. Sometimes they'll go away, and sometimes they'll turn into something nice.
So
we'll
I
go
just
with
pick
that.
one.
No, you could pick a couple here. I'll let you do. I'll let you do 2.
All right, I want a hand back. at least one hand, and
Cam's got a point from Poison Ivy Pika. Thank you
Oh,
very
that's
much.
very nice of you. I appreciate that. Spicy Mike will use it.
I
to his
don't
best of
want to
his
be covered
abilities.
in nails anymore. I don't like that one either.
All right, so the hand and the nails. Okay, so
all right.
hand first.
The die roll is a 17 for the hand.
Okay, that is sufficient
That's
to
pretty-
get rid of that.
pretty
So
good.
which hand do you want?
I want my right hand back. I'm a righty.
All right, so your left backwards hand is still there. Okay.
And I rolled a 10.
A 10 for the
Oh,
other
boy.
one is insufficient to get rid of the nails. You still got the 8 nails for
Right.
now.
Just still
Uh,
covered in friggin' nails.
We got
Like
a
the
point
Hellraiser.
redeemed from Poison Ivy Pika for Tim.
Aw.
So
Oh, thank you.
All
there
right.
we go. I think that's what it said. Yep. Successful. Excellent.
Also,
Use that
Animal
towards
G says,
healing,
"Cam, my
probably.
mom says
See
hi." He redeemed highlighted message.
I was gonna say a name, but I probably won't do that.
Yeah, you probably shouldn't. That'd be best. All right.
So I'm just gonna say, "Hey, Animal G's mom," which seems really generic and silly, but she'll appreciate it.
Yeah, it's for the best.
When I get my hand back, I pray to the unknown. Oh, blessed be the unknown, for I do not know what you are, but you've given me back my hand and all your generosity of your many gifts.
Basically, I'm starting to think he's not really a gnome or a dwarf. I think he's a werehorse. I fought a werehorse one
Has
time.
there been any sort of Luna events that have been happening recently that would cause a werehorse to become active?
Well, you're not sure what particular event would need to take place for that. What do we get? Air
Perhaps
lasers hosting us, thank you.
seismological events.
You're not sure which one it would be, but it is recently been a
Thanks
full
for the
moon.
host. Thank you.
Yeah.
It makes sense though. He eat potatoes, and
Thanks for the host poison
he had
item.
hooves. And at one
Oh,
point,
Jesus.
his beard turned into a mane. So I'm pretty
boy.
sure.
Animal G
Major
has
wild.
regained a major wild magic effect, so the next
He gets
spellcast
one to go away,
will have one.
and then you're gonna get one right
Get a
back.
new one back.
All right,
Yeah.
well then I'll just make sure to stand up and cast prestidigitation to clean myself off.
Okay. Here we go.
Just do it.
Oh boy, we just get these out of the way right at the beginning. Hopefully, we avoid earthquakes.
6,002.
6,002. I actually had this one pulled up for some reason.
It's fate.
Yeah. So people are doing a heist while I look this up, so they need at least
you
3
were
people.
saying that of all of them, you happen to have 6,002?
It was on the screen. I don't know why.
All right.
So it was in the range of the
Okay,
10,000 on the screen.
I didn't want to pull them out and have specifically that one up.
For some reason, you're praying and you're doing your thing, and you're focused on the fact that you got your hand back. You're so happy about that, and you're looking at the nails. You're wishing they would go away, and as you're staring at them, you start to see oozing out of your pores honey, and you have a thick coating of honey instead of sweat.
You sweat, honey.
Air Laser has granted the DM a hero point, so I'm going to get that going on there. Thank you very much.
Come on.
It's amazing.
Awesome. Hey, Bogey's doing okay. Not in need of medical attention.
He's doing okay. He's
Excellent.
doing okay. He apparently did not inhale any
What
sort of
is
plant
this?
Guys, he's covered in something sickly sweet. Actually, smells pretty good.
You're got an
That's a
extra
very
bit
nice
of glow
cologne
about
you
you
put
this
on
morning.
today. Where did you happen to find that?
Why you sticky dwarf?
I don't know.
You think you're a werehorse?
You know, I very well could be. I haven't been bit by a horse though, so I don't
Yeah,
know.
kicked by one? Because I think you have to get kicked by one.
I have been kicked by a horse.
Maybe we can get you a horseshoe.
I like that. We can put it right here, and that will be lucky.
All right. So, if you guys would like to continue role playing here, we can do that. Otherwise, I'm going to jump you to another scene. Where would you like to go if you're ready to move?
To the next scene.
I
We
assume.
need to find that
To the stump.
Yeah,
the stump.
and,
I mean, we might as well reap some friggin' reward.
also like
you
to
know
check
what I'm saying?
Classius. You're looking a little pale. How you feeling this morning?
Well, basically, I'm the champ, and so I got a belt now. And,
Clearly.
I'm pretty sure that
Oh,
whatever that
gun.
gooey stuff was that was on that box, I'm pretty sure I punched it in his face, and I'm pretty sure it's gone.
Well, I am glad to see you up and on your feet.
The champ can't lay down. If I lay down for more than 8 seconds, fight over.
Well, let me know if you need me take a look at you.
Hey,
Oh,
Goblin Cave.
Goblin
Rated us with
Cave,
17.
Thank you.
Oh,
Thank you very much.
Very much, Goblin King. That's
Kindly.
very nice of you.
Welcome
We
to
very
all
much
of you.
appreciate it.
We are getting started tonight with, what is this, night 4 of our module of
Yeah.
Pathfinder's 2nd edition. We're playing Fall of Plaguestone, and the guys had just finished
They don't
defeating
call it that.
Hallod. Yeah, we don't call it that. And our party is a little bit strange. We got some interaction things that you can get involved with. One individual directly right here below me, Dig Bungle.
This guy over here.
Yeah, he is a wild cleric, and what that means is we got some charts, and if you spend some of our points, you will get to add weird effects to the character. And sometimes they're good. I don't know how often that happens. It hasn't happened very frequently.
It doesn't ever happen.
They've all been strange.
All been bad.
So
The list of 10,000 and about 8,000 of them are not good.
it seems that way. So
least
lots of weird
8,000.
things happen there. You'll also notice things like this point right here. We can have up to 3 of them, and these are hero points. So you can spend for those. You can grant them to individual players, you can give them to the whole group, or you can give them to me, the DM. They're good for rerolls, and if the players spend 2 of them at one time, they're able to stabilize themselves at 0 hit points if they're unconscious. If they spend 3 of them at one time, they're going to be able to pop up with 1 hit point. So they're pretty potent. And you can do all that with our points that you're going to accrue just by being here. You got some extra points by being a raider. And if you follow the channel, you get some bonuses. If you're chatting, you're going to get some bonuses. And there's little mini games you can play as well. So go ahead and check that out.
Those are the Streamlab points.
It's fine.
Your cams down there at the bottom, you can convert those, I think, at some point over into.
I stopped doing that just so it's
Oh, you
not
did?
a major
okay.
thing.
My bad.
Yep, but it's all
that
good.
icon either way is very handy.
For rating
It
in
is.
here, you got a certain amount of cams down there at the bottom. You can still use those to make me say 3-syllable words, and my character is Mike Tyson like voice.
That's right.
So if you want to immediately get involved.
Yeah, hopefully you do.
Do it.
So the guys had just recently got done with a massive fight. They had been up for a really long time. They'd finally fallen asleep. And now they're waking up in a now safe-ish location with a map telling them where a hidden drop point would have been. And they have potentially solved who the murderer of their caravan leader was. And that's the event that's been keeping them stuck here in this small town for this, I guess, just one night at this point, but it was supposed to be 30 days. So they are now determining what they would like to do next and where they think they want to go.
We felt such
About 30
urgency.
days. Holy cow. We
was supposed to
definitely
be
need to
30
find the
days.
stump because I didn't get almost murdered to not come away with nothing. So
Well, I say now that we have licked our wounds, gentlemen, as long as we're all feeling right in ourselves, we set out and take from this man.
Listen,
I agree.
absolutely have to
Keep
go.
getting dirty now.
We absolutely have to go to the stump next. We don't have time for this. We have to go.
I cast prestidigitation and I clean off all the honey.
Okay, so all the honey comes off. It was coated in dirt already just from being around here. And it looks great. It's awesome. And
It looks good.
It looks
you're
great.
walking around. You're feeling good. You're feeling clean.
It's pretty warm though,
I
right?
must say,
And then-
though, Dig,
then
it has a
suddenly-
wonderful effect on your skin.
Oh gosh.
There it is again.
Clothes
It's a
are
nice sheen.
sticking to me. Oh, it's like my back's glued on.
That the dwarf is starting to look tasty.
Yes, that's
Now-
right. The honey has come back out of your pores and is
I can smell it.
dripping.
How is our goblin friend feeling, taking that spear to the chest?
So Lug, the player Lug, is not here tonight, so I'll pretend like I know how to do his voice. Well, if I'm feeling like shit is what I'm feeling, if you have to ask. I don't know why you'd ask
Alright,
that. I mean, it's pretty
I
obvious.
know you. I do. I'm sure that is. You do take one of those to the chest, much like our dear friend Dig here. I'm sure you're going to want to see what's in this stump too, Lug. But I would recommend.
Here and they break the sternum, and then you just feel cold inside all at the same time.
Yes, I'd rather not find out, but perhaps some bed rest after we search out this stump.
Yeah, well, maybe you guys can go to the stump. I'm gonna go back home. We're gonna go back to the town. I'm gonna get that bed. I'm gonna hang out with I'm gonna keep this guy safe. He's looking over at what's his name? Finnick.
Oh,
the goblin
Finnick.
that's with you.
Oh,
Yes,
Yeah,
right.
the goblin.
Right.
Yes,
This
how
guy
could
goes
I
back to
have-
town. He's as much as dead. And you know what?
That's a great idea. He's safe in your hands, Lug.
Yes.
I
How
tell you
could
what.
I have missed his screaming throughout the entire earthquake?
Yeah, it's been continuous this whole time.
And with that, I give,
He looks over at
with
him.
that, I give Lug my remaining 2 gold pieces.
Okay,
Like, here, take this.
that's his
For
fault.
your troubles.
There it is.
We cannot be there to help you keep him safe, but here, see, get yourself a drink, Lug. You've earned it.
That was a very dependent idea because I'm pretty sure that werehorses are allergic to gold.
Redeemed.
Werewolves are allergic to the silver, but werehorses they're allergic to gold.
You know what makes sense? I handed him the gold, and it tried to stay on my hand, and it was like
stuck
all
to you for
sticky.
sure. It's stuck for you, sure. So he's going to give you the map that you were looking for. Hey, thanks for the follow, Goblin the Cave. Much appreciated.
Hey, thank you for the follow.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And also, while we're getting going in this game, may want to also take a look down below in the panels. Thank you, DM Quicksilver. Thank you very much.
Oh,
we have a
thank you
bunch of
very
shows
much.
throughout the week, including one this Saturday, which is going to be our 5th edition Dungeons & Dragons game that this man runs, Levi. And it's
There he
fantastic.
is.
We're all in
That's
it.
the guy.
So that'll be Saturday, 10 p.m. Central Standard Time. We also have a talk show on Monday nights where we bring on guests, usually something related to gaming. We've had some pretty big ones on there. And we have a music show that Cameron runs down here called...
Sorry, my
Knowledge. You
dog's
see down
stepping on my cord.
there? This man, again, he does an art show, Levi. And occasionally we play video games as well. So we got a big mix of a lot of things. And if you want to catch
All
up on
things
past content,
nerdery.
there's a YouTube channel. We also have a Discord if you want to come join us.
Please do. We would
there's that.
appreciate it.
So
Come on,
We spend all of our free time doing this.
every last moment. So we
Don't worry though, we used to do this all the time, just nobody thought.
That's correct.
Nobody was watching us be idiots. That's the difference.
Total losers. So he's gonna take Finnick back to Etchern's Folly. Gives you the map there and says, do with it what you will. You know what though? The sooner we get cleared of this murder, the faster we can get out of this hellhole. So, when you're done, come on back.
That sounds like a good
Well, you
idea.
have a couple
I'm in.
extra drinks of turnip wine on me.
All right. Well, I'm taking this note that's got all like the this person did this and that and all that other stuff, and I'm just gonna go ahead and take care of that problem. So I'll see you when you get
Thanks,
back.
MacLeod. Give that to the sheriff. Show him we did
That's
his
very
job
efficient,
for him.
Lug. That's very efficient.
And so he gets up with Finnick. Finnick's looking at the rest of you guys, and he's been kind of clean.
Lug's initiative. Let's split the party and all do different things to get things done singularly in a short
sounds-
period of time.
That sounds friggin' awful. We should
But
never
then
do
to come
that.
back to Plaguestone and find out that Lug has set up a free healthcare clinic for everybody.
Nobody calls it that. That's probably true. He probably would do that. It sounds like him.
That does sound like
He
something
get-
you would say.
Sounds just like him.
He just took all of Dick Bungle's gold, so he's already halfway there.
Oh, speaking of which, I forgot. Some of you new people don't know what these characters look like, and I have added a way for you to see them. I think. Where did I do that?
Our pictures are mostly on the screen right now.
Yeah, well, we have Dr. Jasper Smoothhands in the bottom right corner. Looks like this. And he is a halfling that he does not believe in the gods. Or maybe he just doesn't care about the gods.
Well, it's more like I have a problem with organized religion in general.
Yeah.
I mean, the gods are all right, and they do what they do, but when man and gold get involved, nothing good comes from
It
that.
messes everything up. That's why he's going to convert to my beliefs, because there are none. And
Oh,
that's what's
no,
so great.
I do appreciate that, but I'd like to try and do no harm to my patients, and I'm not sure your god is entirely on board with that.
So true. So
Now,
true.
Speaking of that guy, Digbungle. Digbungle is a dwarf that looks something like this. Not exactly, though, because there's a lot of cosmetic changes that have been
If I
injected onto
tried
him.
to keep the character art up to speed
impossible.
with what has happened in the game, it would have been like about 15 changes ago.
Yep. So we'll get that on there. So that's Mr. Digbungle. We also have ourselves a Clashes, who is our gentleman on the bottom left there, a half-orc gladiator. Hopefully that transitions
Hardly
over
a
eventually.
gentleman. Just say it.
Eventually. Come on now. This thing's so slow. There we go. So yeah, that's him. You want to tell the audience a little bit about yourself there?
Well, I'm the champ. I'm the greatest of all time. I don't know what else you need to know. It's pretty self-explanatory. You can spend 300 cams. I'll say words like explanatory. Right there.
Beautiful. We also have the Sir Not Appearing that I was temporarily talking as. That is Lug. He is a ranger. He is also a goblin. So you'll see him up here as soon as it decides to take its sweet time and show the transition. Perfect. And
Slowest transitions ever.
you know, I've turned it down to like 10 milliseconds supposedly, but it does not go that
It
fast.
does not like you. No.
So that's Lug, and then the last individual, but not least, we have
No,
ourselves
definitely not least.
our Kung Fu monk,
That's
the
right.
human, the spicy
That's right.
Mike, who
That's
looks
right.
like
Now,
that.
don't take the looks to be too confusing. I am quite nimble. I'm very fast.
Quite nimble.
He's an
I
independent contractor.
can jump. I can crouch.
It's true,
I can
I've seen
punch.
it.
You know,
Remarkable.
So, I
Have a
think,
good night, Air
just
Laser.
Don't
Everything I know
judge
about
a book by
anatomy.
its cover. Good night, Air Laser.
All right, so that's you guys.
Look at that sexiest man alive right
It's-
there. That
it's a
guy
good-looking
is
dude.
fantastic. He's just it's fantastic looking guy. And quite the lover, I will say. Just gonna say it there.
He has said that. I don't know if it means anything, but he has said it. So you guys are. I think you said you're headed towards the drop point, if I'm not mistaken.
Construction work.
To the stump!
I don't even
Yes.
know what you're asking me.
So
No,
you
I would say
travel.
we should watch ourselves. We were deadly wolves last time.
That is true.
Oh, they were
Deadly
puppies!
wolves.
That wasn't the hard one. It was the lightning sneak! That was ridiculous.
So you guys travel about 3 miles out into the woods following this map.
That's not so bad.
Yeah, the terrain out here is not too terrible in the areas you're going. And eventually, sure enough, you find yourself at a large hollow tree stump in a small clearing. And
So, looks
promising.
like a great place for a drop spot, eh?
yeah, you're looking around. You don't see anybody around. You don't see any obvious traps. It looks like this area has had some foot traffic here and there, but nothing. Well, actually, it does look like there was some recently, like maybe the night before.
Well, I'll check the stump for traps.
Yeah, we
All
should
right.
definitely look for some traps.
What do I roll for that? Thievery?
That is correct. Sneak thievery is what we need.
Oh, I've got a 1 for this. This is going to be great.
I feel like I should help you on that, but I definitely should help you on that.
You can make it roll if you'd like. Not 20?
No! Natural friggin' 20. Look at this guy.
You know,
Oh,
I was gonna suggest that me or the constructor will do it.
That
But
never
apparently,
happens to me.
the dwarf is just gonna find traps with his honey hands.
A stopped clock is right twice a day, so,
yeah, while you're
That's
looking,
the only
you
way I ever find out.
I wonder if he finds the arrow before it shoots him in the chest this time.
well, by the module, there isn't a trap, but I want to honor this nat 20. So,
Oh, he wasted it on a non-trap.
Oh, no, it's fine. I don't care.
so in the stump, you do find that there is a drop kind of piece in there that like is covering up a compartment, and as you go to lift it, you somehow, because you're honey hand now, it sticks to your hand, and as it comes up, instead of there being like a kind of a bouncing that occurs, with the person kind of jiggling it, it's a nice smooth opening.
Right, because
the
I'm a
thread-
sticky bandit, eh?
That's right, and the line that would have been the draw for the trap has stuck to your forearm as you open the box.
Disgusting. I'm covered in sticky spikes now.
You're slapping at some gnats while you do this.
Okay, hold on. Didn't we say that we walked through the woods for 3
Oh, yeah.
miles?
Oh,
you
you're
got
gonna get
leaves,
swormed
you
by
got
bears.
dirt,
That's for
you
sure.
got
That's for sure.
bugs
A
everywhere.
lot of prestidigitation, my friend.
Yeah.
I'm
be
gonna
lots
just
of-
keep casting prestidigitation to make smells that make the bugs go away, and then I keep casting on myself to get the honey off.
It is a massive affair trying to keep this up. But
Oh, guys! Oh, I'm too sticky. I'm too sticky for my own good.
as you open
Son,
the
I do
honey
not know
pot,
how to help you.
Oh, the honey pot. Oh boy, honey pot.
you open the honey pot, and your stickiness has disarmed the trap miraculously.
That's friggin' fantastic.
I think he's melting.
Yeah,
he may be.
Into the honey.
He may be a melting dwarf or gnome or whatever he is.
Wait
I'm
till
not
he's
sure
a
what
werewolf.
he
No,
was.
Clausius thinks I might be a werehorse.
Perhaps maybe you're a melting werehorse.
Honestly,
that's
I ain't
possible
ruling
as well.
anything out at this point.
Has anybody ever seen one of those? Like,
He-
not the melting kind, but
he-
just a werehorse.
Pretty sure it's
What
a
I do
centaur.
know,
He's
I ain't
certainly-
certainly gonna look like
I'm
you.
becoming a centaur? Oh!
You're definitely a palomino.
What's inside the stump?
What's in the stump?
So what's in the stump is a couple of crates, and inside the crates, they're actually empty for the most part. There's some packing debris at the bottom.
That's not very good.
There are
Hey,
some like
Michael!
empty containers.
Hey, Michael!
Yes, sir. How may I help you?
Remember how you wanted to see, like, you didn't want to do this for nothing? Guess what's in the crates? Shithole!
There's got to be something. Come on now.
No!
There got to be something in here.
And I pick up one of the crates with my hoof hand and my regular hand.
With my hoof hand.
Yeah, when he
Alright.
picks it up and kind of jiggles it around, maybe dumps it out, there's some packing straw. There's some. There are actually a couple glass bottles. They're empty. That look like they probably at one point had some liquid in it that is dried out at the bottom. Some strange colors. Mostly, some of them actually look like the silver that was the same color as the Juggernaut potion that you had. And some of it is got a... There's some strange smells on there. There's,
Animal G just caught on that one of my hands went back. He's not going to be happy about that one. No, he's not going to be happy.
It happened earlier, Animal G. You missed it, apparently.
so,
Animal G, he's added a mechanic for me that in the morning when I wake up and say my daily prayers, then I can roll to make two things go away, and I made
Or
one of my
become
hands
permanent.
go back, and I failed on the other roll. So there you go.
It could also make something permanently stick, too.
it could be permanent. Could potentially change what it is. So,
Okay.
always in flux. But yeah, you dump it out. Some of these jars actually have a really unpleasant smell to them. That of like rot.
Oh, hold on. And I take a rot smell and then I scrape my hand on it. Here you go.
Yeah.
Not so bad, no.
Scythe reaches down and grabs a fistful of the straw. And
Okay.
tries to feed it to the werewolf. Here you go, Horsey. It's here for you.
It's good
I
part
bat
dynamics.
I bat the straw away from my face, and then it just sticks to my hand, and I'm like, oh,
Looks like he's very interested. He won't even let go of it. He's very happy about it.
He definitely will.
That is
prestidigitation clean.
All right, so that was all that was in these boxes in here.
well. If I would wager a guess, this might have once had that. What was it? The letter said corpse blood. Have I
Perhaps.
heard of anything of such a nature before? Corpse blood.
Let's see. Looking at the character sheet, if you have occult, nature, or crafting, I'll let you have a roll.
Nope.
Let's see. I got
Nature.
You have to be
Anatomy
trained.
lore.
Nope.
Yeah, we'll say trained.
I got nope, nope, and nope.
No, that I'm not trained.
Nope, I got none of that.
Nobody in the party has it? Just Lug, huh?
Hold on, I'm looking.
Wait, what was the
Yeah, I
third?
don't
What were
have
the
it.
three again?
Nature,
You said it's cult,
occult,
Yeah.
nature,
craft.
Yeah. Nope.
Now I've got gladiator lore, so clearly this applies.
I got anatomy lore.
Is there a chance that corpse blood perchance grows in a mine? Then I would know all
No,
about it.
I will say though the anatomy maybe. So corpse blood, as
On
you
it.
could expect, does have an anatomy.
Well, so you think
component.
medicine?
That's a 13 for anatomy. I get like I have specifically like anatomy lore. It's like, lores are weird.
Anatomy.
They're weird.
Anatomy. Oh,
So you rolled a 13.
okay.
So you know that there is an alchemical component that is used in some, vile, despicable alchemy
They're
labs,
just awful.
potentially related to disease manufacture.
There ain't nothing good about this gentleman. And if our former employer was wrapped up in delivering this, which it seems like he might have been with that letter, maybe he was not quite as nice a man as we were led to believe.
I don't think you get to say that about Blood. Blood is dead.
Well, we'll find out. Maybe he did not know he was transporting this, but it certainly smells. Oh.
Hey, what about that piece of paper that I had attached to me, like when it was stuck to me, that I got out of the cart before a tree pulled me out of
Yeah.
the inside of a wagon?
That's right.
So the note you're looking for,
Glue nails.
the note you're looking for is attached to you still. One of your nails on your arm and honey
nails.
Hey, somebody read this. I kind of get it. It's on the wrong shoulder, and I'm sticking, and it's impaled upon me.
So as you guys go up to read it, it is a ledger that is written by Bort. It takes you a little bit of time kind of looking through it. But as you're like kind of going over, if you say it out loud, Dick Bungle's already figured out how Bort organizes his stuff over the time. And in it, you figure out that it's basically just telling you how many times he's made shipments to this town, specifically to Harold, as listed as H. And it was 14 different times, and there was one that was dropped off yesterday. And it has a list of the prices on there. One thing you do notice is that the map and letter that Lug had found inside the crate included a ledger that Hallod was keeping, and the prices on there are significantly higher. That he's billing to V.
Interesting.
But that other ledger show him receiving goods from, and then reselling it at a higher price.
Yep.
Now,
Giving him.
just to be sure, because I'm pretty sure this is true, but is the weird remnants of little liquids and things that were found in here, are they similar to the weird remnants of liquids we found in the crates in the cave as well?
Some of them are, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, now that you've seen it and you've watched him, in action, you get the distinct sense that he's been receiving and buying and consuming a lot of these alchemy potions. This in particular
So this is like
case.
a go-between guy. Okay, I got you. Okay.
This
Now-
guy did not understand his body is a temple.
Some of those bottles that you did see earlier, by the way, including this metal one again, when you were up sniffing the bottles there, Dick Bungle, you did smell there was something weird about that particular one. None of you guys have
Something weird
craft
about
skill, do you?
this one.
Have
What
which
skill?
Craft. I think we've determined none of you guys.
No.
I don't
No.
think so.
I think Lug's the
We're
only
not
one who
crafty.
does.
Go ahead and give me rolls just for funsies. Let's see if any
a
of you guys
pure
get it.
crafting roll.
Yep.
Just on craft, I think.
Just
I can see it on my
20.
sheet.
5.
I don't
Some
even
Oh man, a
know.
negative one. Are you
Five.
kidding?
I
Me and the
rolled a
to get
10.
a 5.
All
Check out that sexy 13. Oh yeah.
So we got some low rolls so far. We got a 5 from Dr. Jasper Smoothhands. We got a 13 from Clash's Clay Dyson. Anyone else try to roll it?
I got a 10, so not
10
not
from
very-
Spicy Mike?
5.
I would
Don't
not
ask me why
dare
I'm the
learn
best
how
at
to
this.
make such vile filth.
How is the construction worker not got a bit of crafting roll?
Well, you see,
The T-square is not really a
it's
T-square.
just not really, it's not really my, that's not my department.
That's your build
wheelhouse.
thing.
I work on different types of things. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Yeah.
We know what you're saying.
I'm gonna clean this T-square. I gotta make sure
Look,
this works right.
I'm just gonna put this out there. I don't know what you're saying.
That's okay. I'm not really saying a whole lot. It's fine. I talk a lot, but I don't say a lot, if that makes any sense. All right. So this is clearly the drop-off point.
Yeah.
Looks like there ain't no extra fun stuff here for us.
There's
as far
nothing
as,
else?
like,
There's no
things.
reward that was mentioned.
I think the reward might be the thing he was trying to slash us with in there, like this little kukri guy here. I think that may have been it, but I could be wrong about that.
No, I
No.
think that is a reasonable assumption.
Yeah, you do recall now that you're thinking about when you went to the storeroom that you had in his little living area. There were multiple empty wine bottles that were pretty high class. You also saw some foods. You saw a bunch of empty bottles of alchemical potions, basically. And there was some money in that chest that you opened up.
Fantastic.
Well, I would
take that
assume-
money. I assume we did.
If this was a physical drop-off point, this V might actually still be in town, so we might want to proceed carefully, I would say. V does not tell us much, but
So we interrogate the town and find a V.
Yeah, that's a good idea. I think the white horse should turn into a horse and carry
carefully
it
as we can. Yes.
I suppose I could try to turn into a horse.
That's the spirit. That's a good attitude to have.
No doubt that'll help us track him down.
And I cast message into. Hold on. How many people can I do this? One person, right?
So please don't do whatever you're about
creature.
to do with that
I
spicy
cast-
mic, please.
I cast message into the champ's brain or ear? Ear. I say like, I'm trying to be a horse, and then I just cast it, and I rolled on that one. I rolled on that one.
Please tell me on that 10,000 list somewhere is turned into a horse.
Turning
Which
into
is
a
going to be the best
friggin'
thing
horse.
ever.
No, it's the D100 charge. So
All right, so
Oh,
for the chat who's
but
new
there
here,
is one. There's a horse-related one on that
Is
There
it
chart.
is a
really?
polymorph one on there, I think.
So-
there, yeah.
we have two different charts. So if you roll if he rolls a spell, he rolls a d20. If he rolls a 1, something from the Player's Handbook 5th edition chart comes out. And if you guys want to buy that effect, it is a cheaper effect. However, the big effect is the 5,000 point one, and that's on a 10,000 list. So let me find this one here real quick.
It is
Levi, I
really
believe it's a D100. So go ahead and give me that roll while I'm looking it up.
It's 82.
82. Yeah, that's not very fun.
That
I
one's
re-roll
not
it?
fun. We're not gonna do that one. That one's
I'll just move it up 1. So you cast your message, and as you're trying to transform, you're noticing like you're focusing really hard, and there's just bugs just keep flying next to you. And everyone else that's watching you, you start to see little illusory butterflies flying up from the ground, fluttering around and dancing around, and trying to land on Dick Bungle. And it's just like a constant barrage of butterflies. Now,
the best part about that is they're all gonna be stuck to him.
yeah, some of them do kind of go up to him and
He's just covered in butterflies.
it's quite possible, due to circumstances, that he did not know what a horse is.
That's very possible.
He
They
looks
don't
like
know
he's
what
turning into, like he's going to go into a cocoon. Do you have to go into a cocoon before you turn into a horse?
doing. Yeah, that's called
In his case,
chrysalis. You
maybe.
may want to try that one out there, champ.
I'm gonna write that down.
A chrysalis. That's
like,
another name for that. cocoon.
Scrawls a note on the side of like his pants.
yeah, like you ever seen those trees or whatever? They're just like covered in monarchs.
Yeah.
You know, that's starting to happen.
Nice. Nice.
He's just like covered in butterflies, landing on other butterflies.
While I'm covered in nails, honey, with tiny wings on my nose and a hoof hand and butterflies, find me! And I head back to the tune.
All right. So you gentlemen spend part of the day. It takes you a couple hours to get back.
Tell Lug to come back here, see if he notices any weird tracks.
And let me see if I got the map here for the home
I do not
viewers.
know how to roll survival.
It's really weird when you have a werehorse who's also a gnome, because then they talk to all these little woodland creatures all the time, and all the little bugs come up and talk to him, and he makes honey, and then he turns into a horse. It's really weird.
That is pretty weird.
So you guys head back into the terrible, terrible town of Etrin's Folly.
Yeah,
for those
what
of
they
you who are
call
new
it.
here, they come back to a very small town, maybe 200 people.
I think you mean Plaguestone.
No, they don't call it.
Oh,
that.
they don't call it that.
They don't call it that. There is a Plaguestone right there, though. But they come down into a town which looks like it's been ravaged by a time. There's lots of hovels that are rotting out and collapsed in on themselves, predominantly on the north end of the town. And as they kind of come into town, there is a little bit of activity in the middle of the town. As they kind of come into the very center, they pass by a large, flat, disc-shaped stone, so-called the Plaguestone. And next to it is the ever popular feed mill, which is where their horses and caravan are, and also where they've been sleeping and where they've been drinking. Outside of that, the town is really pretty much only farmers. There's not really a whole lot going on in this town. But you guys head back. Where do you guys want to go?
Well, I feel like maybe we should hatch some sort of plan to find this V character. Is there a way that maybe we could, like find a way to like forge a letter that,
Well, I would
says,
say
like,
we
meet
should
us someplace, and then we just like, bam, we get her when she gets there.
Perhaps we
Or
should
he, I
ask
guess, I don't know.
the locals, maybe our sheriff friend or the bartender, who they might know might have.
Hey, but the sheriff was crap. Like he.
Well, yeah, but I imagine he at least knows his populace. I would hope.
Well, hello there. Hey, what are you saying about me? And around the corner comes the sheriff, and you can see Lug is off in the bar. Well, it looks like your little friend around here came back with some interesting information. And
Yes, and we have further evidence.
yeah, well, out with it then.
Appears your friend Hallod was engaged in some illegal trade of corpse blood.
Corpse blood. Well, all right. What's that for?
I'm not sure, but he was raving mad and attacked all of us.
And he was all juiced up on stuff that made him all juiced up.
Well, he was a lowlife. If anyone was up to no good, I guess it makes sense.
It
Lots
has
of
some
empty
of the
bottles?
residue.
He
It
was
smells something awful.
He was also a penis.
Say again.
Sorry, what? Excuse me? Oh, like he played the piano. I got you now. Okay, I thought you said something else. You know what I'm saying?
No, I totally
You guys
said
found the piano down there.
Okay, well,
there was one in his womb.
We also found the piano down there.
it sounds rather strange, but look, what your little buddy here's been saying is that Finnick here has got a hand in things, and you said you got a letter proving that Hallod had something to do with it. So, this pretty much got a nice ending to that investigation. So, good job, I guess.
Well, thank you. What's the commission on that then?
Commission, you say? Well, no, this just gets you guys cleared.
I'm sorry. Excuse me,
I
what?
see. Well, you should know it might not be so open and shut. There is a question of one V on this letter who he was selling to.
Oh, come on,
Yeah.
now you gotta add something extra to this?
This case is
No,
quite
you
dead.
want to be upset with the dead man, sir, not with me.
All right, well, okay, so V, that's what you got?
I'm afraid so. I'm not sure.
Yeah,
He
who
seemed to
would
be-
the name of V that Hallod would know?
He seemed to be using first letter names as
Come on, I don't
abbreviation.
know. There's 200 people in this town. There's bound to be. There's
Yeah,
Valerie,
200, there's
there's
only-
Vince, there's. Let's see who else is around this town. I mean,
Well,
there's
that's
a lot
only
of
two people that need to
Them all
talk to
and
you.
put them in the bar.
Okay.
We gotta round up all the V's.
Well, if you like, we can maybe do this a little bit more discreetly than alerting someone that we're onto them. If we
Yeah,
want.
see that sounds like a smart plan, not to get all the locals all riled up and looking out after each other like they're into something. Like you're thinking on that. I'll tell you what, I'll go round up a few of them. We'll bring them out here, tell them you're getting drinks or something. You can, well, I would say you guys can have a word with them, but the last time I heard is this fella over here, the champ, so to speak, he seems to
The
have
friggin'
a
champ.
heavy hand on things.
Yes, that is.
Yeah,
Listen,
he
true.
definitely did that.
Listen, there are some people who would like to say so to speak. Everyone else just knows I'm the champ.
He is the champ.
I'm not even sure what that means.
I have no idea what that freaking means.
All I'm saying is, if you want to be part of the ladder, I can throw you I'm the champ. I'll check the density of your skull with my fist.
So let's fight. Hey, champ. Maybe you should go find somebody else to talk to right now and kind of tell them about your belts and stuff. 'cause,
Which is what the champ
'cause,
says every time he does his entry. That's his catchphrase. Check the density of your skull. He's a performer.
Yeah, I get that.
That's not a threat. He's just playing out the catchphrase. Champ, that's perfect. What he just is perfect.
Yes, until the fist actually does connect with that poor man's skull.
Oh no, he's not. No, he wouldn't do that. I don't think that's not a thing he would do.
All right,
Yeah,
well,
totally. It'll totally
I
eat your
use
children.
prestidigitation to make a tiny The Champ action figure that does not have any points of articulation. And I hand it to him like, here you go. From the champ.
All right. Thanks. What the hell's happened to your face?
Oh, he's
What's all that? What are all these damn butterflies doing? What's wrong with you?
I'm sticky. They call me Sticky Dick Bungle.
That's a terrible nickname.
Is it? Is it?
It is quite accurate, I will say that, you know.
Look, now, you guys are all from out of town. You get into some weird things. You got your wings on your face, whatever the hell that's all about. And, you know, I'd be soon to have you guys out and about doing your thing wherever you need to go.
I'm not judging the fact that you got one of them butt chins. I didn't see anything about it. I just looked at it like that. It is. It's not weird.
It's a very proud butt chin is what this is. Runs in the family. Thank you very much.
That's right.
What I'm saying here is, you guys don't seem to be the types who want to bed down in a small town. And to be honest, the longer you guys are around here, the weirder this town seems to be getting. So
we gotta resolve this. We gotta find this V. Look. Bort died, and it looks like Bort was wrapped up in things that didn't entirely know what it was, but it sounds like it's not very good. And when we dug around with what Hallod has, it was just outright bad. He's like at least he's a poisoner. It could be tied to drugs and giving children drugs and turning children into drugs. And we gotta find V.
That was a lot of drugs, you know.
Well, okay, hold on a second there, son. Now, you said you ran into Hallod, and you had all this stuff, and you came back with some stuff. Where's Hallod at?
I wouldn't say we ran into Hallod. It's more like Hallod ran into the champ's fist, eh?
He had permission.
Gave me a point.
He had permission to take a nap for 10 seconds and lose his belt to me.
I'm sorry? You guys had a bit of a tussle, is what you're saying.
Yes, as you recall, I was telling you, he was a bit mad and hopped up on his own substance, it seemed like.
Look, I got one right here. This is what I'm talking about.
And we had to defend ourselves.
I pull out the Juggernaut potion. That's what he made. I'm pretty sure he needed some sort of, what do they still call those things? Some sort of some computing stuff.
Some computing
stuff? I don't know what the hell this is.
You head over to his
like,
house, you'll find all the evidence. He
probably tastes
terrible things to several dogs down there. Horribly mistreated them. They were rabid. Had to be put down. It was
I cast message at Clausius. Clausius, I just want to say, if you are ever unhappy with Dylan's services, I'd like to try a chance at replacing him.
Wait a minute. You want to replace Dylan?
I'm just offering my services. If you give me an audition, I would appreciate it.
I don't know how Dylan's going to take this very well, but I'm pretty sure I quit paying him 2 days ago.
Yep, that didn't help either. Okay.
I would pay you.
You're going to pay me to hold my gloves and carry my robe around, but you're going to get honey all over my robe.
Yes. You'd be Sticky Clausius.
This is so stupid.
Clausius,
This is
the
quite silly.
Sticky.
I think you might lack that sort of dedication.
Clash is sticky fist. I can see it now.
Sticky fist. He's the sticky fist.
But I will consider your waffle.
I appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you.
What the hell is Dylan anyway?
Exactly. I'm still here.
What's up, champ? You see him like stumbling out of the bar.
Dylan, where you been?
Wait here where you told me to wait.
I had to sleep without my manacles last night, Dylan.
Oh my god, did somebody die?
Yeah.
It was almost Clashes.
Wait, somebody died? You didn't say somebody died.
Yes,
I mean,
I did.
Bort
In
died,
fact,
but-
I said it was a dead man.
That's not the first thing that we said.
Oh,
Listen,
well.
There's
I
a
wasn't-
chance Hallod might get up after about, like, a 32 count, but I doubt it.
Well, I'd say I was upset, but I'm not, so... Probably best for the town.
lightning lizard.
Yeah, that guy was
Lightning
kind of a
lizard.
jerk anyway. You know what I mean?
Like I said, you'll find everything right in his house. He had a whole subterranean lair.
Could you help us find a V? Or would Delma maybe know where a V is?
Yeah.
You can't just ask for the V like that. It doesn't work that way.
Hey, sometimes all you gotta do is ask. You know what I'm saying?
All right. Well, let's ask Delma. She knows everybody around this town.
That's what I'm saying. She seems very well known.
So
Delma.
you get led into the bar as you guys are talking here, and
Delma.
Delma's in there. And let me switch you to the bar.
Oh, we got
if
a
I'm gonna
boss
see
scene.
Delma, I got clean up. Prestidigitation.
You see, as you come in, let's see, where's the map actually at? There we go. You see Delma is working the bar. She is tending to Lug, who is pounding drinks down, though he is complaining
like
about
Lug.
the fact that they're not worth a damn because there's no alcohol content to them. Turnip beer, the worst. You see Trin is here
Friggin' worst.
with a bandage on her face from the wound she caught last time you saw her. And Colonel's back in here doing some work. There are a couple random townsfolk in here, some old farmers and stuff, eating and drinking a little bit. But it's kind of low-key in here right now. Seems to be kind of like a hush over the town with all the recent activity.
Delma.
Aye, yeah?
Would you happen to know if Hallod would know anybody in the town that might be casually referred to as V?
Well, I mean, there's lots of people named start with a V. Though, I was telling you a bit of a story yesterday about some of the history of the town, and there's a name that kind of pops into my head.
Oh, you were talking about that witch, yeah?
It was, yeah. Well, the witch's
That
name
sounds
didn't start with
promising.
a V.
She had
But-
a daughter. Was that not the case?
Yeah. And after she was dispatched, so to speak, her daughter disappeared. I think.
Why does everybody in the town always say, so to speak? Is that like a thing? Is that a thing you all do in the town? Everyone's so speaking all the time?
Well, you know, you in a small town, you all start to sound alike.
Oh, I know that's how
It's part of our
That's
culture.
true. It's
Mr.
very like it's regional dialects and colloquialisms and such. You know.
Yeah, it's colloquialism, so you speak, whatever. It's the same thing, basically. But, yeah, the daughter was... We lost track of her. She stuck around. She had a house here for a little while. I think her name started with a V.
What is the house?
She looks over to Amora, who's back there in the kitchen. Amora?
Amora!
Yeah? What do you want?
Angry kitchen woman!
Good to see you again, Amora.
Is it that little that Dick Bungle dwarf boy out there again?
She knows my name!
They used to
I'll
have such
forget
good
you.
manners last time I saw you.
That's a great day. Hey, would you like a Clausius action figure?
Yeah, you can have one, because I'm the champ. And
And I give her one.
Okay. She
I'm the
looks at
champion
it
of
like,
Plaguestone. Look, I got the champion of Plaguestone belt.
okay.
They basically look like little meeples. But
She sets it aside.
They're vaguely colored like Clausius.
She
right.
she picks it up for a moment, kind of looks at it, looks at you, looks down at it, sits it down on the table, fixes her apron. Mm-hmm. So
God,
now,
that's
what do you
amazing.
need?
What manner of animal are you cooking today?
Rabbits.
The champ
Rabbits.
is hungry.
I might
The
have to
champ
come
needs
back for some
food.
of that.
My body is a temple.
Well, I'll get
Temple to
some.
go room.
I'll get you some. I guarantee it will be the best.
Praise
And,
be to go room.
All right. Delma says, okay, but anyway, Mora, do you remember that young lady that was ran out of town at one point? I was almost about ready to say, so to speak, but she had been.
Yeah, that would make sense.
No, we got through thinking about it now. It's perfectly all right.
It's gonna happen every time I speak now. You brought it to my attention, but
This is the way of things.
But
Just cast a spell on the town.
yeah,
The so to speak.
didn't
spell.
used to be a thing. It's now a continuous problem. It's about time. It's
I
infected
threw the
the
DM
dialect.
off his game. He can't.
You just cast the cantrip days
Yes.
on the entire town of NPCs.
Days hurts
You need
too,
a
actually.
It
You need a
does. It
champion.
does.
You don't need like alchemical like thing. You just cast spells at will.
Let me see. There's some notes I'm just trying to find here quickly.
Just
No,
point us out to where the witches used
Right,
the witches mother used to live, and then we can go check that out.
It sounds
Well-
like a good place to start as any.
I'm pretty positive nobody's going to be there. But when Father Bolchrist put her to the stake, her daughter...
that was. Oh boy, that was.
Wait.
What was her daughter's
Wait.
name?
Father Bolquith gave her a steak. That sounds like a pretty
no,
good
I
meal.
believe he.
Perhaps
Oh, you guys
Violet
giving out steaks?
or Virginia,
They go really good with your potatoes, Dick Bungle.
Vanessa, perhaps.
No, honey. The name is Villery. She was
Valerie. Okay, that's fine.
Villery.
That'll work.
She's a little wisp of a lady.
Hey.
Um,
Someone named their daughter Villainy.
no.
They
Valerie,
could have
like,
seen this one coming if she's a
like
witch.
Hillary with a V, I believe.
Valerie.
And the mother's name, the witch, was Silwith. So, that's I can't believe you forgot that.
Where might we find this Valerie? We just want to, give a gift.
You said it had been
chat with her. Maybe
What,
have
at least
some
a
tea.
year?
It's been... No, honey, it's been about 3 years.
Oh, so it's been some time since anyone's seen her.
She's not been around these parts. She stuck around for a few years after the events transpired, but you can imagine she probably didn't want to stick around.
No, and I imagine she might even hold a grudge. If you might be able to point us to her house, I know it might be empty, but we might find something.
Witches don't live in houses.
Huh?
They live in huts.
I can send you that way, but you're not going to find anything, I assure you.
They'll have cauldrons full of chemicals.
But it's the fifth house to the north on the right side.
To the fifth house on the right side!
As you're heading out the back, you run
there.
into what's her name? The little halfling lady. That's gonna take care of your
Valerie.
horse.
Ah, yes.
Can't remember her name. I can't find her token.
Oh, hey, that
Fran?
one lady. How you
No,
doing?
Tren was
Nice to see you there.
I'm free
Oh,
my
she's-
own NPC's names. That's
She's
great.
a little halfling.
Yeah.
Did she manage
hello,
to
halfling
resist
lady.
the rage? I don't know how long that lasted.
Oh yeah, that's
Good
right.
question.
She got to be raging.
Oh,
She's
yeah,
very
I
angry
forgot
at these
about that.
horses.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
she did
boy.
well.
Oh, okay.
So, and you guys come into the back to go check on your horses on your way out. You see she stops you. Hey, boys. Something you need to know about around here.
Yeah, I'd love to know. What do we got? I like
This
telling
sounds
secrets.
conspiratorial.
Well, your horses got themselves a bit of a problem.
Oh boy.
What's that?
How do you mean?
Wait. Are they werehorses?
Wait,
Because
can
if
I
they're
have-
werehorses, I'm going to be very upset.
What the hell is a werehorse?
Oh, let's not worry
That's
about
fine.
where.
They must not be werehorses.
There's a
if you don't know,
concern
so
I
anyway.
could be an equestrian flavor of lycanthropy. But
That sounds like bullshit.
I
we
agree,
would
it
say that,
does,
but if
but
you'll
you
take a
never
look
know.
at one of his
it's what
arms,
it is.
But anyway, your horses, they're covered in fleas. Like, lots of them.
Are they also covered in
Well,
butterflies?
that sounds like a poor facility to me. I mean, please don't just happen out of nowhere. What do you got
No,
going
they-
on in here?
They don't just happen out of nowhere, that's for sure. But, they've got a lot of fleas. Like, a lot more than I've ever seen.
Now we need to get some things correct.
Maybe they got
Full-
those fleas
full
from those friggin' those wolves that had all them fleas. You know what I'm saying? Maybe it's those kind of fleas.
Oh, he's right.
now will these horses flea infested before we got here? We've been traveling with them.
Could I suppose prestidigitation used, I can use on an object of one bolt with 10 rounds of concentration or a larger object with 1 minute per bolt. Can I try that over a few minutes to see if it does anything to remove fleas from a horse?
Yeah, you can make some progress on it. As you're looking at the horses, they're like you remember how those wolves were like carpeted in nasty fleas, like all
Yeah,
over
it
the
was
place.
pretty gross.
Oh,
Yep.
yeah.
You're getting some of that on the horses. They're just like, they look sick. Like they've been bit enough times where there's like actual issues coming onto the horses.
And they got bit by the wolves.
They did not seem to have gotten bit by
I
the
don't
wolves.
think anybody got
I think
bit.
that the problem is the flea coverage is way higher than it could be.
It's like a contagion or something.
yeah.
Gentlemen?
Maybe it has something to do with this friggin' witch.
it's
Gentlemen.
clearly-
We have
Yeah.
bad horses.
No, I think the horses are fine. I think
The horses
the fleas are
Have
bad.
gone
Though.
bad.
I,
We'll have to do this on foot.
And as you guys are talking about
Well,
this,
that I agree with.
you can hear around the front of the building, the sheriff is talking to somebody. I don't give a damn about your fucking plants and your rotten trees. Take it up with somebody else. We're not going to waste resources on that.
everything
Starting
around
to
this
think that the witch's daughter's cursed like the entire town because she's mad that they killed her mom, so...
And
That
I think
tracks,
that-
right?
As you guys are
I
saying
know they don't call it that, but I have heard this place has been called Plaguestone. I'm just saying, even though they don't call it that, that's just what I hear.
Listen, we
Maybe
have
this is the plague showing its face.
We have demonstrated already that there are very serious things going on. I'm going to guess that they have poisoned the horses along with the blood.
Animal G, I don't think it's set up for non-mods to add quotes. I'm not positive. But if you have a quote you want us to add, let us know. We can hook you up.
The
I
horses have
turn to the
gone bad.
halfling. Do you perchance have a spare horseshoe around?
Yeah, I mean, I've got some spares around here, probably.
And some nails?
Are we going?
Looks like you got plenty of them there, if I'm not mistaken.
I can't take these out! That would hurt a lot.
Maybe you can. Have you tried?
Sure,
Yeah,
here you go.
Try!
Yeah, take.
I'm
be
not
my
sure
guest.
I'd recommend that.
It hurts like
get
a motherfucker. You-
Oh, no,
it's not good.
Huh.
It's
It
at
looks
least
like
as
it'd come
painful
out
as
if
when you
just
pluck
told
your
them
wing.
about it.
Oh! Alright.
So as you guys are talking, though, and you're looking for this horseshoe, from the side of the feed mill, a person that comes up wearing a cloak that kind of hangs low. The edges of it are like lined with like leaf kind of print, and she is dragging behind her in her left arm, like dragging on the ground, one of those dead wolves that you had killed.
Wow, that's
specifically-
very impressive.
The headless one.
Oh, yeah.
I assume this is your good work.
You would be,
Yeah, we may have something to do with that. Yeah, that's possible.
yes, and it appears whatever was afflicting those wolves might be afflicting our horses now.
Hello there, to what do we owe the pleasure? My name is Dig Bungle, some call me Sturkey. What can we do for you?
Well, Mr. Dick Bungle, I am Noala, and I tend to the woods around here. And if you have dispatched these, then maybe you're the people I'm looking for.
I believe you may be right. We are.
Are you trying to organize
We
a
are
party?
good at dispatching things. I mean, I suppose, yeah.
What would you have us do?
And as she's talking to you, you see the sheriff comes around. Oh, no, don't get any of these looky-loos busy on your nonsense. Go on, get on out of here.
We want to hear about her nonsense,
We're just
please.
listening. Everything's gonna be fine. Don't worry
Fine,
about
you
it.
wanna talk-
Very
Everything's good.
intrigued by the nonsense she was going to put before us, and you had to interrupt with your not nonsense.
You should know,
take it
Sheriff.
somewhere
that-
else.
No matter what she says to us, it would likely take us out of your town for a short time being, which I know is what you want, sir. So if you would like her to basically let us hear her proposition, I'm sure it'll take us outside of your town borders for some time.
Well,
So
no, Walla, if
they-
you want to waste the time of a bunch of strangers, be my guest, but do it outside of town, okay?
Oh,
She
we
kinda
will
looks at
definitely
you.
be doing everything
Well.
outside of town. Don't worry about it. I'm gonna laugh.
Very well. If you are interested, I have a small camp outside. I could tell you what's going on.
Okay. Also, have you ever heard of a lady maybe named Valerie? Have you ever heard this type of name before? You know anything about that? Because we would be interested in some information.
It is a
If you got
non-name
it.
around these parts. Unfortunate woman. Bad
Well,
family
yeah,
history.
sounds pretty unfortunate. I think she's doing into some unfortunate activities too. You know what I'm saying?
And while we
Which
walk
is
and
all
talk here, She may be
well,
wrapped
you
up in some
know,
corpse blood trading.
It's possible she's dealing in some somewhat
We think
illegal
that
items
she's-
that
Making drugs with Hallod to get people hooked on drugs and to get kids into drugs and to turn kids into drugs.
I'm not exactly sure that that's what's going on, but what? Either way, it's not good stuff.
There may be some
We're
link,
looking
perhaps,
into it. We're looking into it.
to these wolves.
Sounds like a very
maybe.
strange encounter. Let us speak outside. And
Yeah, let's go get away from this sheriff guy.
your horses looked very sick here. And she
The
she
horses
takes out her
have
patch.
gotten bad.
You notice that this whole time her right arm is actually wrapped up in a very strange looking leather harness, and it's just hanging limp by her side. She reaches in with her, drops the wolves for a second, reaches into her pouch, and produces some random herbs and roots. Here, and hands it to the stable hand. Give these to the horses. It will be good for them to take care of the disease that maybe comes from them fleas. Oh, all right. Thank you. Let's take care of that. Mr. Digmongo, here's your shoe and some nails. I don't know what you want to do with it, but good luck.
Thank you. I reach into my pack and I find a potato and I give it to her. I'm like,
All right.
taste the unknown.
Now I'm starting to question if I should have eaten that.
I would.
You probably shouldn't have.
You might want to keep a close eye on that potato.
Yep, best of luck. And she starts tipping back a drink. I hope this takes care of the horses, and I'll take care of that right now. Okay, gentlemen, this way. And Noala takes you out a little ways out of town, probably about 10 minutes out into the woods. And there is a wild magic effect that'll be coming soon. From Animal G.
I would have
man.
never expected that to
Man.
come from Animal G. Never once.
Never once. So we'll get to that here in a
never.
moment. Noala takes you out to a well-kept fire. And out there you see that there are some ashes off to the side where it looks like she's been burning some of the wolves that you have so far. She's dragging the current wolf with her to town, or out of town back towards the fire with you guys. And once she's sufficiently far out there.
I said, you planning on doing something with that wolf there? That's kind of strange, Just saying.
Well, I take it your prescription is to burn the corpses?
Yes, anything this unnatural must be kept from nature. And
I guess that makes sense.
I thought I would bring this to the attention of the sheriff, who does not wish to trouble himself with these problems. Of
Oh,
course.
he's a lazy idiot.
I've been noticing these wolves and other animals like this and sickly plants for some time, months in fact. But unfortunately, nobody cares. I hope this can be different now with you. But out in the woods, I am finding whole areas, many hundreds of yards of plants who are sickly, dying, rotting, and becoming something. Filth. The animals there, they seem unnatural. I don't know what is the base of this. But I have a suspicion of where it is starting.
What would that suspicion be? Fill us in, please.
There is a small grove I found a few miles into the forest. It is a difficult trek, but one could make it in a day. I've seen it is over time it's become worse and worse. I've told the people of the town here that there's some things I've seen. In fact, Imora, she has a orchard that is fallen to some pestilence of some type. But they do not believe it is anything special. Of course, the sheriff has gone about to make sure that no one suspects anything is too scary in the area. It's just nothing but the natural things, of course.
No,
But
I
I know
believe they got
better.
the populace used to believing that everything is just awful around here.
Why do I get the feeling that this freaking sheriff's on the payroll? You know what I'm saying? I don't know.
I don't
See-
think he's that competent to be honest. I think he's just too lazy to want to have to deal with anything.
What you
Oh,
think?
that could
I
be
said,
possible.
I said, point him in the face, and then he'll tell the truth.
Let's hold off on punching men of the law. Let's not do that right now, maybe.
Well,
Not feeling
first
good
maybe
about
we
it.
should go to where she's saying, and just like if something attacks us there, then we punch that first.
She's as she's talking, listening to you guys, she's dragging the large headless big alpha wolf that you remember had caustic breath. And you can see that there is acid kind of dribbling still from its neck onto the ground, and it still singes the ground. This thing is so foul. I hope that fire is good enough for these, but there are more. I've been finding lots of animals like this. And with luck, with men of your power, maybe we can put an end to them.
Now, you
And you
believe
know-
that it comes from the fleas? This pestilence?
It's a possibility, I don't know. Maybe if the fleas have something to do with this. But maybe there's just simply mangy dogs. The one thing I have noticed is all these animals, they have elemental aspects to them. Fire, water, ice, earth.
Lightning?
Lightning I have not seen, but would not be out of the realm.
Well,
We fought a snake with lightning.
yeah,
We have seen some lightning snakes, that's for sure, yeah.
A lightning snake, where did you see this?
Underground.
You know, it's in a cave in a
A
lake
cave.
somewhere.
and we
I
had
don't
to
even exactly know anymore.
put it down.
Underneath a
It's a
dilapidated house.
dilapidated house in the town.
I think it was outside of town.
No, it was outside of town out there in the, in the boondocks.
Where that
not,
guy
not that the
Hallod
town ain't the boondocks, because it definitely is. But, you know what I'm saying. Now,
Yeah.
I'm no chemist. I don't know not much about all the sciences and the magics and that sort of thing. But I'm just saying, if I was maybe related to a witch, and maybe I want to make some sort of pestilence, and I needed some sort of, I don't know, reagents, I would think something maybe called corpse blood could be a vital part of that. So maybe we're gonna get lucky and get maybe find out something we're looking for here if we maybe follow up on this grove that she's talking about. You know what I mean?
I
say
tend to
corpse
agree with
blood.
you there, Mac. Magic can flow through the blood. I'm proof enough of that.
Yeah, I've heard about that kind of thing. It's a little weird to me, but whatever works for you.
I'm really confused, Jasper. I thought your magic flowed through your smooth hands.
Oh, it certainly does, yes. But
And his invisible hat.
There was
Wait,
a hat.
he has an invisible heart.
it's not invisible. I do have a hat. It's a nice wide brimmed.
It is very
He
nice
also
hat.
has an invisible hat. I've seen it.
Wait, if it's invisible, how did you see it?
It shows up
I'm just
now
curious.
and then.
Then it
Why
wouldn't be
is it-
invisible now, would it?
Then
It'd be
it
like
goes away.
that sounds more like a blink, maybe like a phasing hat. I don't think I'd call it invisible. Hey,
All right,
I
he
digress.
has a feezing hat.
It sounds a very strange diversion, but
I agree.
Let's go to this grove. I think it's a great idea. Let's go.
very well. I will take you.
You're very confusing.
Much obliged.
Over the next few hours, you trek deep into the woods, and
All these
few
bugs. Oh,
dude, it is ridiculous.
so sticky.
It's excessive. Like every bug in the area seems to find you.
I cast prestidigitation
let's
to
see what your
get
effect
myself
is.
clean.
All right. You do notice as she was, while he's rolling this, as she was lugging those wolves around, it took considerable effort for her. She was not like some kind of hulking, super strong person.
Oh, we can help you with that if
Oh,
you'd
man.
like. I mean,
Only 427? That's a low
Whoa, 427.
What
one.
the?
Out of 10,000.
What's this even? Okay. Mr. Digbungle, as you are walking and swatting at bugs, you start to smell very distinct elements in your pocket, and you kind of just randomly kind of dig into your coin purse, and you're pulling out the gold coin, and you absentmindedly lick it, and you notice something you've never noticed. Gold has an
boy.
extremely distinct taste.
oh
And
boy.
then you try silver, and it's an exquisite, unique taste as well. Different. Not delicious. You don't want to eat it,
I can taste metals.
You now know the purity of any metal by tasting it.
That's kind of perfect for a dwarf. I'm just saying.
It's pretty random.
That'd
lick
be amazing.
hammer.
You lick your hammer. It is not metal. It is plastic. It's something else. As we determined before, the random effect is that it's plastic. And the hammer's... Boy, why are you licking me?
I'm sorry, Mom. I'm licking you because I didn't know if maybe you're some strange new metal, and now I can tell what kind of purity of metal it is just from licking it. So
Something terrible has happened to my boy. You've got yourself nails, and you've got your weird feathers on your face. And...
Wait,
Mom, check this one out. And I go, and I stick it on there like, you stick to me.
Oh no, my boy. Something's terribly wrong.
They call me Sticky Dick Bungle.
your mother was in your hammer.
Not originally. But the unknown has granted me, Mum, to reside close to my heart. Here, feel this. And I show that I show him the hammer. Isn't this strange? It's hard, but it's really lightweight, and it's totally water resistant. It floats. It's amazing.
Listen, Mr. Dick Bungle. Are you a werewolf too?
No, I'm not a werehorse. What? Why would you even suggest such a thing?
No. She's a warhammer. And I put her back in the
So your
bag.
mother was a warhammer.
As he put her away,
Father smelled of elderberry.
as he put her away, you could hear like her muffled like going on. You know.
It's okay.
And you guys proceed out as these weird effects are occurring, and she's just like, "What is happening? You guys are so strange." You guys walk until near
Oh, just wait.
sundown, and I have, I believe, configured all of your guys's. Hold on, why do I got the screen still up? I think I got all your visions to be appropriate to your type. So if you had low light vision, I gave you a slightly bigger ring. If you're a human and don't have, or actually 3 of you guys are gonna have a really hard time seeing. Dig Bungle's gonna see really well.
I see pretty good.
Yeah, you guys come into a clearing.
I feel like I can see better than I should, but maybe not.
Yeah, it's not dark, but it is dim. There's a lot of trees overhead, and the sun is kind of going down. And
If you want to have supernatural vision, you didn't look at the stream.
Not gonna do it. Not gonna do it.
As you guys
I'm
kind
trying
of
to read the
approach
chat.
this area-
Sorry.
Dark vision. They call it stream vision.
I was trying to read the chat, and I was like, oh, never mind. Jeff don't have no shadows on his screen. My bad.
Yeah. I guess there are some things you should be able to see that you can probably see on there. But as you guys kind of approach this area, you start to notice that the normal trees and plants you've been accustomed to seeing along your trek have given way to sickly shades of green with spots of brown on them.
That's no fun.
Forest is starting to smell kind of like sweet rot. And
Oh, my
the
sight.
trees are looking really unhealthy. Like the bark is peeling off in like black strips. And as you kind of come up to this point, you start to hear squelching as you're stepping onto the ground. It's kind of a fluidy, a little bit like home.
This is
soggy.
great.
Yeah, it's more like stepping on like rotting vegetables and bananas and stuff. Gentlemen, this is
boys.
what I was talking about here.
It's a good omen. We got a soggy bottom today for Sticky Dick Bungle.
Oh my god.
This man has very many strange sayings, but I like them. This is where those wolves came from, I'm sure of it. Somewhere ahead is their den, but I will leave that for you to explore. If you need my help, you'll find me out here. I'm going to set up snares and make sure nothing gets out of this place as you look.
I believe that is wise.
Good thing.
Thank you for covering our backs.
It's a good thing that my footwork is impeccable.
Now, does anyone know much about plant life? I can't say I'm especially well versed.
I've built some stuff with wood before, but I wouldn't say I'm no expert on nothing.
What with
Also, Spicy Mike can literally see nothing. Is that supposed to be the case?
Oh, well,
You should be able to see a 5-foot ring around you. You might
I
be
can
inside of
see
a plant.
Now,
Oh, perhaps I am in a plant. Let me see if I can.
Over
Oh,
here.
yep, there we go. There we go. Okay.
I'll
I'm
look
gonna
over
move
to
outside.
our druid
That's
companion.
better.
Now, would you believe we need to be quiet, or would a light be out of the question?
Well, if it was
Oh.
animals afoot, I would say sneaking up on them may be of a good plan. And I am no druid, I will tell you. I am a ranger.
Oh, my apologies.
It is okay. I do not find insult in this.
I look ahead at the grove. What do I see here at these three? Are those bushes or trees or what?
Yeah, you see some bushes out there in the middle of this kind of rotted out area. It looks like there's been a lot of foot traffic up there. A lot of animals have been through this area. And Mr. Digbungle could probably see up and to the left is a enormous tree that has been
Oh, I see the
toppled
roots
over.
of it already.
Yeah,
Right.
it is fallen over, and it seems to be opened up into, like, it looks like there may be like an opening that leads down inside underneath the root system there.
Oh, we got something over here. I have a dwelling.
Yeah, now if you would like to look around a little bit specifically because you were asking, go ahead and make a perception check for me.
All right. Perception for me is a 6.
Now, just say the word, gentlemen, and I can fire us up some light.
18.
All right.
Yeah, I feel like some light might be helpful because I literally can't see nothing. So
As you're kind of looking up ahead of you, and if you guys do want light, let me know. I can add that to one of your tokens. With an 18, you notice that in between those three bushes, there appears to be like a lump on the ground. And as you look down into what is now kind of like a twisted, you're putting light there. Okay.
No, I'm just pinging that I see something. Hey, there's something over there. What's the lump look like?
As you're looking at it a little bit more, you notice that there's a mound that looks like maybe an animal's corpse. Looks like
There's a dead animal over there.
something furry, for sure. But
There's something furry over there.
Well, I'm afraid you can see most better than most of us here, Dig. I would need to give us some light.
I'm going to approach. It's time to get sticky.
okay.
Be careful, sir. I'm gonna roll a stealth check.
do you know who you're talking to? This guy's
Dr.
never been
Jasper,
careful a day in
go
his
ahead and
life.
pull yourself there. Anyone else thing, or are you just walking around?
I will stealth.
I am not going to stealth.
Ugh,
Okay.
11.
11. All right.
Not the best.
Give me your roll there, clashes. And nat 1. Excellent. That's
friggin'
spectacular.
fantastic.
Did I
So
mention that I am the champ?
Clashes says, "I'm going to go stealth," and then he steps on a particularly voluminous, squelchy part that lets out a thunderous rip, and a gout of water
Whoa.
sprays out. It
Ugh.
smells really foul. Mr.
That would
Dick
mind
Mungle, as you're walking up here, you start to see what you are noticing is, in fact, a rotted wolf's corpse. And you can see
that's
that
fantastic.
the vining around there seems to be overtaking it, like it's growing onto the wolf. And as you're looking at that, I need you to
That
roll
loud
initiative.
noise, I'm gonna fire a
Oh
light
boy.
up.
Oh,
Need you to roll
man.
the initiative.
So make sure you click your tokens and then click the
I'm
button.
gonna click my token. Roll.
I got
initiative.
to dirty 20.
19, that's not so bad.
Put these on.
Natural
Oh,
20.
look at this Dr.
Woo!
Smoothhands guy. With a
No, I'm
natural
just
friggin'
here rolling
20.
my dirty 20s, and now I got Timmy's. Like, no, I'm
No,
gonna
mine's
roll
way
a
better.
natural one. No, look at my
This is what
naturals.
Look how
Don't like
natural
it
I am.
dirty. I like it natural.
All right, I'm missing one of you. Looks like
Mine, it looks like I had myself selected, and then after I clicked it, it still said you want to send the results of this roll to the turn tracker, but no valid token was selected, so I don't know what it still is.
Okay, well, we'll put you on there. Clashes has a 9.
Oh, because I had my character sheet popped out, so when I clicked on the other sheet, it unselected the token. I'm guessing that's what it is.
All right. Mr. Digbungle, I want you to make a perception check for me. And I will find my little...
Natural 20. Digital
Oh my.
dice.
All right. So you are not going to be surprised, but
Never.
as you're looking at those roots on the corpse, you start to see they're moving. And then you notice that the bushes next to you start to shudder a little bit, and some of the vines are like coiling out like they're about to lash out at you.
It's not the dead wolf. It's not a dead wolf. It's bad plants.
Dr. Jessup, smooth the hands.
Will's hearing our friend start to cry out for help. I will use my first 2 actions to cast.
Didn't cry out for help. I said bad plants.
Well, cry out at the plants.
Unknown.
A light spell originating from myself, so that is
So you're
20
placing
feet.
the light on yourself, is what you're doing?
Yeah, it's a range of touch, so I'm just gonna light up my cane.
So I will give, 20 feet radius, dim light for the next 20? Okay, so...
Yeah, so 40 total, so 20. And when I use light or one of my other bloodline spells, I can invoke my blood magic to grant a +1 status bonus to myself or one target for a round.
Nice.
I don't know if it says if I have a range on that or not. Maybe just in the concise, but regardless, I'm going to give that to Dig, so he has a +1 status bonus to saving throws for the round.
Excellent. And I just want to make sure, for those of you, do you see the light?
I do. Somehow it threw me into a plant once again, so I had to move
I don't
myself.
see anything
but
all of a sudden.
You don't see anything.
Move yourself.
Move
You're
yourself.
Probably stuck in a plant. That's what I have to do.
Yeah, I had to do that too
Oh,
once.
okay. That's weird because I hadn't moved at all. So
Yeah,
I know,
the
the
same thing
same
happened to
thing
me
to me.
a moment ago.
Yeah,
it's like
Roll20 seems to be doing some weird stuff in the last couple weeks.
Well, it might be when you switch somebody's status, it automatically blanks them out so they don't see
The
too
dynamic
much.
lighting has always been a bit of a problem. It just is. It's just tricky.
And I will use my last action to cast Shield.
Okay, excellent. So, Dick Bungle, you're standing there and you see these bushes look like they are about to lash out and do something heinous. What do you do?
Heinous.
Sanctuary!
Casting Sanctuary on yourself, I assume?
Aye.
All right. So,
that
there's the spell
is-
description. Excellent.
It's a single action. It's 2 actions.
2
So
actions, yeah.
In order for you to hit me, it's a will save of 16 for a minute.
Night Air Laser.
Hey, good night,
Good night,
Airlaser.
Airlaser.
Thanks for coming.
Good night.
Appreciate you.
Thank you very much.
We're fighting bad plants.
Yeah, you're not sure if they're aggressive because they're aggressive or because you smell so delicious.
Oh, probably a little bit of both, I
honey
would say.
sweet tonight.
All right. I think that's your 3 actions, correct?
It's 2, and I'm gonna take a step back towards the group. Just one 5-foot
no.
step.
Okay.
A 5-footer.
Excellent. So, Spicy Mike. Mr. Michael of the Spice
Yes,
Group.
I went back to not being able to see anything.
Just click yourself again
Or,
real quick.
No, like I did, but now I only got a 5-foot radius instead of like a
Oh,
light spell.
no?
Oh, there we go. Yep.
Weird
okay.
about that
Dr.
one
Jesper
square
had to
that you
move.
both have stepped into. I don't know why.
Okay, fair enough. All right, so I assume it's the one closest to us is the one that tried to grab Big Bungle.
I cast a spell. Hold
question.
on, I forgot.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Nope. We're good.
Okay.
okay.
You see what you can see there.
But the one
see
closest
3
was the one
bushes.
that was grabbing for him.
You see that they are in motion. They are starting to shake, is what you're noticing. They're moving
And-
unnaturally.
They're
Obviously,
bad
as much-
plants.
The bad plants to say, okay, well, I got some nice little slices here that can take care of some of that. You know what I mean? So let's roll in there with my less than optimal hit points and let's see what we can do.
Okay. You got 22.
Yeah.
You're going to be fine.
Probably not. Okay, so I'm gonna move into there.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna take some swings. Get my things up here. We're definitely gonna use the commas because we can, and they're slicey.
Okay.
So we're gonna use a flurry of blows. So we do 2 of these. There we go. Oop.
So Spicy Mike uses a T-square that he snaps in half and turns those into commas if you're new to
He
the
sure
stream.
does.
Because
sure
everything
does.
with him is based off this T-square.
It is. It's
Everything has to be
fantastic.
right.
There was a concept picture taken by
Are we
DM
telling the
Levi.
whole story again?
No, but I'm just letting people know that there's a reason. Okay, so
There is a lengthy, stupid reason that it's all about a T-square, and I hated it, but I love Michael. No,
Yeah, it's been pretty good.
I'm a true believer
right.
now.
It has been a long time coming.
all right, so the first attack, I rolled a 16 plus 8, so a 24 to hit. I assume
Definitely
that
hits.
probably
Yep.
hits a plant.
Mhm.
The next one maybe not. It's gonna be a 10. I'm assuming that maybe
That is
that's
a
not
miss.
so much
That is a
because
miss.
he is a plant, but you never know. Okay, so we're gonna hit. That's a D6.
So you're slashing away with your comma.
I'm slashed out with a comma. It gives a D6 plus 4. I rolled a 6, so he takes 10 damage.
Ooh.
Now, the fun part about that, I don't even know if this is gonna freaking work, but it's new to me, so I'm gonna totally use it. I can do a stunning fist. I mean, why the heck not, right?
Okay. Yeah.
So I don't know if
Sure.
you can stun a weird plant, but I'm gonna try. So I can try to stun the creature. If either strike hits and deals damage, the target must succeed in a Fortitude save against my class DC. I don't remember what my class DC is, but he
rolled a
probably passed the 24, so
24.
we're not even going.
Oh, man.
Hey, we got rated by the DAT Network. Thank you very much.
Hey, thank you
Much
very
appreciated.
much.
28
The-
people.
that network.
Great
Awesome.
combat.
Thank you so much.
So
Thank
thank you very
you
much for
for
joining
the
us. We're
raid.
playing Pathfinder 2nd Edition, and we're doing a
We
module
sure
called
are.
The Plague of...
All Plaguestone.
The Fall of
Oh,
Plaguestone.
you screwed that up.
The
Thank you.
plague of Cobblestone.
Yep, we're just going to invert things. And we are on the second part of this module, and our group is quite strange. We have a very weird cast and party.
We are quite strange.
And
Yes, we
you
are.
guys can interact with the gameplay as we go through. You're going to notice a few things, like we have some little icons down below us. These are hero points. And you guys can purchase those with channel points, or more specifically, the points that you'll see in the panels below. And that can give rerolls, give people the ability to get back up from dead, and it's a lot of fun. But we also have wild magic, which affects this character down below me here, Mr. Digbungle.
Oh, yeah.
And
Oh,
there's
boy.
all kinds of wacky stuff that can happen with that. So if you're interested, somebody in the chat will be able to help you with that information. But we are in the middle of a battle. The gentlemen have found themselves investigating a murder of one of their buddies, we'll say, friends. And they have found that the individual who's responsible has been working with
Freaking
someone
jerks.
else and potentially are part of why this place is poisoned. And they are going out
And they're
now
making
investigating.
drugs, and they're giving drugs to kids, and they're turning kids into drugs.
None of that is true, but that's fine. If it's a good enough reason for him, we'll go for it.
We don't know
We're
that.
gonna fight bad plants to stop the people from turning kids into drugs.
Well, welcome,
All right.
Penguin Witch Doctor is a great name. Spartan
That's
Undead,
a great
excellent.
freaking name, by the
The
way.
DAT Network, awesome. And
Yes.
Legend of Katie, thank you very much.
Legend
So
of Katie seems
that's-
pretty
I like
epic.
it. It's
That's
so
pretty
good.
epic, Katie. There's
so
even
they-
a legend.
They were just led up here by a ranger, and they found themselves in a copse of trees near night. And as they kind of came in and started looking around, Digbungle, our never cautious dwarf, rolled straight
Never
in,
once cautious.
looking at what looked like a mound
Purposeful.
of animal in the middle of these bushes. And as he did confirm the fact that he was in fact looking at one of these mutated animals, he was suddenly set on by these
Bad
bushes.
plots.
Very bad.
Bad
ones.
plot.
Hey, thanks for following that network. Much
Oh,
appreciated.
thank you very much for following. We very much appreciate it.
Yeah, and be sure to check out our other shows and listen to the panel as well. So if you're here just for a moment and you're going to be, in and out, because I know how that goes after you do a stream, check out the panels, though. They will tell you about all the other shows we have. We are on a lot of nights a week, and we have music
We are.
shows, we got art shows, we got a talk show where we bring on people, and let's see, we've got this link here for our Discord. We got YouTube with all of our old content on it.
Oh, look at
And
this.
all sorts of good stuff. So go ahead and check that out and join us.
Fan-freaking-tastic.
Yeah, and the bots didn't die. I just set it to mod only.
Oh,
Recently,
well, that's
so-
silly.
That's part of it. But we can switch it back later if we want. So
I
anyway,
make motion to make Animal G a mod.
we may need to do that. He's at all of our shows for sure.
He is. He's quite.
Got to give Airlays a run for her money.
That's right.
He already does for points. Like, it's him and Pika. They're always gambling for the points with each other.
That's true. They're all on it. So at this point, we just had some people going through the turns. So Dr. Jasper Smoothhands came in, cast a light spell, and got prepped for work here. We had Dick Bungle cast Sanctuary on himself, so he was protected. And Spicy Mike rolled in, and he just started slash series on these plants with his commas. And on the second one, he attempted to stunning strike this plant, and the plants had nothing.
Plant is very good at not being stunned, so we did not do that. However, I do have one friggin' action left, and with that friggin' action, I'm gonna use my my trip. I don't know if you can trip a plant. I'm not really sure, but it's kind of the one thing I do, so I'm gonna try it out. We're gonna see what happens.
All right,
I forget how I do this. I think
you
I roll
athletics, and you try to beat my fortitude. Plus 10.
I do. Okay, here we go. Athletic. There it is. I'm rolling real dice, by the way, because the freaking digital dice in Roll20 hate me very much. So
he's rolling real dice because he's a cheetah.
Because I'm a cheetah. No, I rolled a 12 plus 8, so I got a 20 total. I got a dirty 20.
All right, it is exactly what you needed.
Friggin' fantastic. I'm tripping
believe it
plants.
Or not, you do notice that as you are making your slashes, that the root system of this plant have actually stepped up like legs.
Nice.
And as you take the moment to notice that, you sweep the leg, Johnny. And
oh yeah,
man, this plant tumbles flat on its side, and it is now
prone.
prone.
I like to pretend that I just kind of like slice its little stem a little bit there, so he's like, oh, I gotta grow some new roots to stand back up. You know.
We'll do.
I mean, I cut a guy's leg off last time. I figured
you did. That is your signature move now.
It kind of worked. So
all right, it is now the Bloodlash Bush's turns.
Oh boy, this is with Spicy Mike.
Bloodlash
This
Bush,
is where he
like
eats
that
it.
name at all.
This is what's gonna happen.
All right, so this one on the right is going to strike out at Dig Bungle, or attempt to.
No, you're not.
Needs to make a willpower check.
Oh shit!
Is that higher than your DC?
Dead.
It looks like it is. Wow. Okay.
By a lot.
Damn.
These are very willful plants.
They have a will of their own. They are mobile, so it does seem to be fit.
Is that a critical success?
No. I would need a 26 to be above that.
So it can hit and any other attacks this turn.
Okay, so it's going to take... actually, what's it going to do? It's going to move up with its first action, and it's going to strike at Dig Bungle with its vines.
Bring it!
That's a big old
you
hit.
missed. Oh god, no,
misses?
he hit. No, I was looking at the dice and I was like,
Oh no!
What is your AC on Dig Bungle? Is it...
not that high, it's a 21.
21. That's really high, too. Okay, so he slashes at you for...
Everything.
8 damage. 8 damage, and if that weren't bad enough...
Oh my.
You have weeping wounds. The Bloodlash Bush's vines cause terrible lacerations that continue to bleed. A creature hit with a vine attack takes 1 persistent bleed damage, or 2 on a critical hit. So just 1.
Oof.
Unlike other forms of persistent damage, this damage is cumulative to a maximum of 5. But it can be stopped like any other persistent bleed damage. Now that's a rule we haven't used before. And what that... Well, wrong screen. What that means is that... somebody can take a medicine action or something of that nature to allow you to stop bleeding. Or you can take an action on your turn to try to make some rational way of stopping your bleeding.
Would that be a medicine roll, or just we have to burn a turn, an action
With a
on
heal
medicine?
spell, just do it.
If you heal yourself to full health, it will get rid of the bleeding effect.
All right.
I got a question here. So now I know that the wild effects sometimes are not supposed to be like good things, but I kind of feel like if I had a wound that was bleeding out and all of a sudden I was covered in honey, that it wouldn't be bleeding out no more. I'm just saying, maybe.
That's a good point. I will give a massive bonus on your roll.
All right, there we go. That's
like
what
that.
I'm talking about.
They call me Sticky Dick Bungle.
I've heard that they call him that. Everybody needs a nickname.
We got new people in the chat who don't know the list of all the afflictions you have right now.
Oh,
Give them a quick list.
Quite a number.
There's people in the game who don't know the entire list.
It's true.
That's true. That's true.
Hello.
I don't know.
Pleasure to meet you. They call me Sticky Dick Bungle. When I sneak, my hoof hand, I have a hoof hand. My left hand turns into a horse hoof.
So I do these
That's
out of
what
order.
this is. And when I sneak, my hoof glows blue now. I can't hear echoes. I can't. My body is covered in iron nails that have grown out of my skin.
Friggin' Hellraiser.
I got eagle wings growing on my nose. I can't fly with them. For a while, my face was upside down.
Oh, thank you very much, Jay
Thank you.
Bruce.
Jay
Thank
Bruce
you.
gifted
He
a
gifted
sub.
a sub to Gladius Rex. It was probably random. And
He
gifted
picked
a sub.
random, and I was the winner. Thank you,
My
Gabriel.
face was upside down, and then it went back. My other hand also became a hoof. My warhammer turned into a mystical material we're completely unaware of called plastic. It's strange. Also, my warhammer's been imbued with the voice of me mum, who talks to me on occasion. Now sweat honey.
And you're covered in butterflies.
And
Yep.
you cut that. That had nothing to do with
now
us saying
I'm
with it.
surrounded in a cloud of butterflies that are occasionally stuck to me because they call me Sticky Dick Bungle.
Also, there's been some fluidity to his name.
Excuse me.
Oh, my name has reversed and then gone back and rewritten the memory of the world. So it was always reversed and then it was always not reversed. And then the last one is, I became allergic to alcohol. And also, I made all halflings within a 10-mile radius rage out and kill everything they see on a failed saving throw.
And he
Which-
got 9 inches shorter one time, too.
And I got 9 inches shorter.
That's
There's
right.
So
many.
much.
And a small addendum to earlier, when you guys were in town, you did notice that the sheriff had a couple halflings tied to a pole in the middle of town.
Of course, because they're a little unruly right now.
Yeah.
Now
It's almost like a full moon in there. They're going crazy. I don't know. I'm just
Spontaneous freak bit of madness.
So-
Some type of public.
We're going to finish up the turn of this here plant.
All right,
so
let's do that.
This attack, I'll need to remove 5 from whatever I roll here. Or 4, actually, because it's agile, apparently. That is not what I meant to roll. What is that? That is
You
not the
tried
thing I
to
clicked.
blood siphon me? Oh,
Let's try that. So 24
Yeah,
minus 4 is a 20. I think I miss you.
that's a mess! Oh,
Yeah.
Christ, that's great. Oh, not Christ. Oh, unknown, that's great.
So, like, all these, like, vines start whipping out covered in thorns. And, like, the actual leaves themselves are serrated. And it's just like a line of, like, barbed wire shoots out. And, like, wraps around you. And then rips and slashes. And, like, butterflies are flying everywhere. There's honey going off the side.
Friggin' butterfly.
I'm too sticky! No!
This one here on the ground, I was going to have do a really cool thing. But because he's tripped, he doesn't get his 3 action points. So I'm going to have him stand up.
That's what I'm talking about.
That's right. So he's going to stand up. And then he's going to lash at Spicy Mike for slashing.
Oh, come on now. Also, may I make a request that Jasper Smoothhands moves his character token one more time so that the light shows back up for me? Oh, that's fantastic. That's
There you
very
go.
nice.
Oh,
look at that.
Nat
you got some
20.
Oh, critical.
Oh boy. Okay,
So the
well, at least
vine
he only did a
Did
billion
12
damage.
damage. But he's going to do 2 bleed damage to you, persistent. Starts
Well,
on your
he
turn.
did 5 damage plus another 12.
No, it's or. It's
Oh,
either
okay,
normal
okay.
damage or the critical.
Well, that's
as well.
good.
Yeah. But you do have the bleed condition twice. So I
Great.
don't know
Was,
if I can
what was
actually-
that about the 22 hit points being enough? What was that you were saying? Just
You guys are the heroes. You'll be fine.
Probably not, but that's okay.
I'm going to put a little number in your red box.
He's not wrong. We're the
That'll
heroes
be-
of the story. We kind of die. We can't.
The red circle is now going to be how many bleed you currently have. Yes.
And is the bleed how many hit point damage I take per round? Is that what that is?
Yep. So on your
Okay.
turn, at the beginning, if you'll get a chance if you take an action to stop the bleeding, but
Okay.
if you don't take the action or you fail that action, you will automatically take that damage, and
Friggin'
that persists
fantastic.
for a while. It could be up to like a minute, I think.
That is a long time.
Yeah.
Hey, LG,
so-
you keep quiet. I'm gonna be fine.
Bye, bud. Spicy.
Spicy Mike is gonna be freaking fine. Don't worry about it.
All right, he takes a second swing with this will have a -4 attached to
Oh.
it. Oh, jeez.
Oh, what is the? Come on, man.
23 to hit.
Yeah,
Okay.
Spicy Mike's
My
gonna
God.
die right now. We don't have to worry about this bleeding stuff. Oh, yeah,
Oh.
there it is. Okay, Spicy Mike down. All right, there
Damage.
it
Take
is.
Spicy Mike out.
Yep, there he goes. He's falling on the ground one more time.
Mike should have learned how to bob and weave.
Damn.
That's what I get for freaking slicing off roots and stuff.
Holy
I
crap.
told you guys. You guys were like, oh, 22 hit points. That's plenty. It's going to be fine. Don't worry about it. And then
thought
one
you were
round.
okay.
One
That was a
friggin'
very
round.
good undercard. It's about to be the main event.
Yeah, well, I think
Um,
I'm going to miss the whole friggin' thing. Because I'm going to be
That's
laying here unconscious.
11.
3.
Damn.
No way. I'm on it. I'm on it. He's gonna be fine.
I would
So-
love to know the percentage of healing effects that are total cast versus how many of those total are spent on Spicy
Spicy
Mike. Because I
Mike.
feel like
been a
it's in the
lot.
90 percentile somewhere.
You're getting a lot of it.
Oh, so true. So this Bloodlash bush gets up and scuttles across, oddly quick, like as fast as Digbungle moves, scuttles across the floor like a viney crab, and gets over the side and
This is ridiculous.
give me a. We'll say evens are going to be Dr. Jasper Smooth Hands, and odds are going to be Clashes. So we'll roll 1d4. Did that not do anything?
You literally typed 1d4. You'd have to hit the /R.
I
Appreciate
Or
it.
just
All right, Dr. Jasper Smooth Hands. Even though you have a little bit of cover from this bush over here, the plant seems to want to go for you. So
All right.
I'm going to say that you got a bonus 2 to your armor class for this attack because he's attacking through another plant.
Oh my gosh, these freaking guys, man.
Okay.
That is a
22.
hit.
All right.
20, my armor class is effectively a 20 at the moment.
Dude, these guys got freaking plus 11s.
So
Level 2,
that is
man.
10 damage, my friend, from the
All
plant
right.
and a bleed effect. Dude, these guys are.
Dude, we ain't
devastating.
gonna make it.
I don't think you will. I didn't realize this was going to be this bad. All
Turns
right.
out it don't matter if we sleep or
Well,
not.
when
We're
you-
just gonna get murdered everywhere.
When the level 2 characters run against 3 NPCs that have a plus 11 to hit,
Yeah, every creature so far in this module has had like
Has been
an 8 to 11.
crazy at destroying us.
It's
like
They're very good at it.
A wild amount of bonuses. for a single
Specifically
encounter.
destroying my character.
now the good news is Dylan, while he is not here to ring the bell, had decided to attach a small bell to the back of Clashes, which for some reason only dings now. Ding ding.
Alright, listen. This reminds me of the time I had to fight a shambling mound by the name of Lavender Holyfield. And I had to bite his ear corn off. I bit his whole ear off. And now it's time to take out the plant.
Oh no.
The champ stands in front of Jasper Smooth Hands and says, Smooth Hands, you don't worry. I got this. I'm the champ. And then I unload on this thing. But first, he's not flat-footed. I must faint.
Let's do it.
Every time you say that, I just imagine him pretending like he's passing out.
Ooh,
That's a very good feint.
24.
So now he's flat-footed. So now I get to use my super sneak attack, punch haymaker.
That is
To
correct.
his
Oh,
He's
place.
we
flat-footed.
don't need it.
You rolled. His is 16, so it's not a critical, but it was close to a critical success.
Any success leaves him flat-footed. So
Okay, he is flat-footed. Give him the goods.
that right
There
there
we
is
go.
a 23.
23 easily hits this bad guy. Almost.
So he takes-
for it.
He takes 10.
10 damage. Now, what are you hitting him with?
My gauntlets.
Which are bashing damage.
They are in fact bashing damage, the bludgeoning as it says on the screen. And I did not critically hit, so I don't have the
All
I don't
right.
have the other super cool thing.
So 5 and 5. What you do notice about this is your precision damage is unaffected. However, punching a plant is not particularly effective, it seems. Something about the nature of its fluid limbs, you can't get a good clean hit on it. It has bludgeoning resistance of 5.
Now, come on. I played plenty of survival games. Everybody knows you got to punch a tree when you first start, and it always works.
That's right.
You can always punch down trees.
So you spent a move action, you did a feint, and you attacked. I think it's your full round, if I'm not mistaken.
I believe that is all.
All right. Yeah. Let's see. It is now Dr. Jasper Smooth Hands. I think you know what you have to do.
Well, I know that there's going to be some healing coming out in a moment, so I will use my first action to
Hey, Bogey.
pop my angelic halo, so that any healing within 15 feet of me is given a +2 bonus.
Excellent.
Healing spells. Then I will use my. It's one action.
Oh, he hates being picked up so very
He does. Look at him.
I'll use my second action to
Very
attempt
upset
to
about
move over to Mike here. I suppose there. And we will attempt to heal him with battle medicine.
I think I need to down tune
I'm
these
gonna
bad
need
guys. I don't know if they were assuming you were going to be 5 people or 6, but 4 may not be enough for this
Well,
one.
you know, level 5 or level 6, perhaps? That seems more appropriate.
Ooh, look at that medicine roll.
Oh, almost a critical success. If I was an expert, I would have gotten a had +10 to that, which would have been nice. But as it is,
So you need to roll a nat 20 to get a critical success on that?
if it's got to be a 25 to be a critical
Yeah.
success, isn't it? Like +10.
Yeah, so, yeah.
But if I'm an expert, I can say I want the DC to be 20 instead, and then I get the 2d8 +10 to the heal.
That would be nice.
Oh, that's very nice.
But I have to be an expert, which I am not.
Hey, Malice. Good seeing you.
Hey,
Oh, you get
Hey,
for
Malice.
9.
9.
9.
Comes back to the spicy
That means-
Mikester.
All right, let's add some hit points here because holy cow.
Well, you're still laying on the ground. You've dropped your weapons because you're unconscious, so...
No, I hold on to those things tight now. Come on.
And that is all 3 of my actions.
I've seen slap fights. I know how it goes.
I would be pretty good on a slap fight. I'm just saying.
It wouldn't be too shabby.
Spicy Mike would be pretty freaking good on a slap fight.
Dr. Jasper Smooth Hands rolls up and once again caresses Spicy Mike in the right way.
That's very nice. Oh, those
Right
hands
up
are very
you go.
smooth. Those are nice. Oh
Oh, and
yeah.
I will use my blood magic ability since I popped that up to give Mike a +1 status bonus to saving throws for the round.
Oh, that's freaking fantastic.
Okay,
that's
Crimson
good.
Blades, thanks for sticking around. I know it's late. Have a good
Thank
night.
you very much.
Thank
Yeah.
you, Crimson.
Later, Crimson.
All right, see you later, man. That's
If
very
these
nice.
guys survive this fight, this will probably be where we'll wrap up because we tried to do a 2-hour session and we're already over that.
That's nice. Okay, well let's hope Spice Mike doesn't die on the way there. Let's see.
Well, Sticky, the Dick Bungle,
That's me.
you
Alright.
are still alive. Now, the question is, do you want to deal with this bleeding or do you want to just let it happen?
Just let it happen.
All right.
What do I do?
Because of what we
One, or I
described,
take more.
you would normally take 1. I am going to give you a flat roll of a d20, and on a 1 through 5, you won't take the damage because of the honey.
Go, honey.
9. Okay, so I take 1.
Take 1.
All right. So Michael has been harmed
yes.
quite a bit.
I've also been hit
Quite a bit.
pretty
I'm
bad,
laying on the
pretty
ground.
badly.
My eyes are open.
Oh, there's 2 of you. All right.
I'm like, what in the hell?
I'm at half health. Not looking too good.
Well, it's a bit of a problem. So I'm gonna stand here,
Oh boy.
and
Every time somebody moves.
I will.
There we go. There we go. Jasper Smoothhand's got the right idea.
I got you.
It's my one action to move, right?
Mhm. Sure. Yep.
And so I'm gonna heal twice. I'm gonna heal because I don't want to heal the plants, right? That would be terrible.
Probably don't
That
want to
would
heal
be
the
very
plants.
bad. No,
Don't
that's
want to
bad.
heal the plants. So I'm gonna heal Michael.
Good news
Oh,
is this
thank
party
you
is
very
loaded
much.
with healing. So-
That's good because,
Yeah.
my God, I'm loaded with lots of damage.
Michael, you get 4 hit points. Oh,
Fantastic.
And
fantastic.
Doctor, you get 9.
And add +2 to both of those.
Oh.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
all right.
okay,
I
then
can do
Michael,
that.
you get 6. Doctor, you
Fantastic.
get 11.
Thank you.
And then I turn and face the plants and I say, hit me!
Hit me with your best shot.
Down.
Nice. Spicy Mike, you're laying on the ground. You've
I
received
am.
some healing. You've received some more
I have.
healing.
I've also received some bleeding, I believe. Or does the healing automatically stop the bleeding?
If your healing took you to full health, it would, but it has
Oh,
not.
right. That's right. That's right.
So
Okay.
you are about to take 2 bleeding damage unless you would like to take an action to try to stop it.
And what would that action be? Can I determine if I'm any good at such a thing first?
Probably a medicine roll. It's going to be what I'm going to
Okay.
probably saddle you with. Let me see
Probably
if
no
I can
further good
find
at that.
medicine rules.
I did just give you a 23 medicine, but that was for battle medicine.
That's true. That's true.
Let's
Let's
take a
not
look
stop
at
the
the old
bleeding.
rules here for the old medicine.
I have a feeling Spicy Mike will never be at full hit points ever again for the rest of his career.
So normally you take a flat check to remove persistent damage.
Okay.
Somebody else could use a medicine roll to give you an additional flat check, it looks like.
Gotcha.
So,
okay. So I can make me a check.
Mm-hmm. And let me look up the rules on that real fast. Persistent. I thought I had this pulled up, but maybe maybe it's labeled as something weird here. Nope.
Nope. Not that one. Nope.
Got too many screens. Never enough screens.
So many freaking screens.
Okay, roll a DC. So roll a D20, and you have to roll a 15 or above to stop the effect.
Great. Do I get my +1 to medicine for
It's
that
just
roll, or is
it's
it
just
just
a
straight
flat
D20?
roll. Yep.
Oh boy. Okay.
So it takes an action to try this, but
And remind me, I believe just standing up is one action. Is that right?
correct. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I'll still be able to do something. Okay, so we're gonna roll a d20, and we rolled a 3, so we are not stopping his bleeding.
Okay, so you take 2
So-
bleed damage.
We'll take 2 bleed damage. I definitely can't afford to take, but we're gonna take it anyway. Okay, so now I'm laying on the ground. Let's see. So I could get up, and then I could attack.
Bad plants.
Very bad plants. I feel like if I stand up, I'm just gonna get my ass knocked down again, but that's all right. That's what we're here for. So, Spicy Mike, kip up. That's right. That pubby guy there you saw on the screen with the weird facial
Yeah, hold
hair,
on.
he kips up off the ground. He takes his commas and he does a swipe.
That's right, this guy. Believe it or
This
not.
freaking guy
Oh,
right here.
yeah.
The longest
That's right.
transitions.
That's right. He is an athletics mastermind. All right, here we go. So let's do this. We're gonna do the flurry of blows with some slicey commas. Oh boy. Okay, that's pretty good. The first one definitely hits, I would say, at a
They're easy to hit. They only got
20,
16.
27.
That's a critical.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, friggin' fantastic. I mean, I rolled a 19. I would hope so. Okay, and then
Nice.
for the second one, it is a 16, which may not hit.
That
I'm
is a
not sure.
hit.
That is a hit. Okay, so I got 1 critical, 1 hit.
Mm-hmm.
One critical
critical-
and 1 hitical.
It's
Do
critical,
it.
you double the dice? I don't remember exactly how you calculate that.
Mhm. Yep.
Okay, so
I mean, we could do it either way, but let's just double them for the ease of speed.
okay, here we go. So the critical hit is 6 plus 4, so 10 damage. The second hit,
The crit was 10? That seems really low.
because it's a 3 plus I rolled another 3, and then it's a plus 4, right? Double the dice. Is that what we said?
Yep.
Yep. I'm just kind of terrible at it. It's fine. You don't have to make fun of me like that.
Slashing
All right.
damage,
So
right?
that was slashing damage.
All right, and your slashing is working just fine on these plants. It seems to be the correct way of attacking them.
All right, and then I non-crit, and I somehow do 1 less damage at 9 on a single not crit. So there's that.
All right.
And we are going to use the old, again, don't know if this works. We're going to use the old stunning blow.
That doesn't take an action?
That
It's
I
just a carrier
believe.
option?
Actually, you know what? Maybe I'm not sure. I need to
Sounds
check
like a ninja trick.
It does, yeah.
that. Well,
so
no,
as you're...
because I think it's a rider because it's if you hit with one of your flurry of blows, you can do that. But let me see.
Well, you
it
look
may
that
take-
up while I'm describing.
I will.
So you do your kip up, spring up, you pick up
Damn
your
right.
commas off the ground as you're doing the jump up. It's a masterful thing. It's like you just got your belly just flopping up in the right
Friggin'
angle.
fantastic.
Makes it all just happen.
Friggin' fantastic.
Your little beard braids kind of do their little loopy loop thing. As many times we've seen this, and you lash out with that first strike, seeming to go straight at the actual like stalk of the plant, and you hack off one half of this plant. It just
Damn right I do.
big bushy branchy part just falls on the ground, and then you slash up, taking a bunch of these leaves off of it, the line of it, and you see that this like sickly sap is dripping off these plants, and it's like oozing onto the ground.
That sounds freaking gross.
Yeah.
Okay.
What's
I
the
found
verdict?
It does not look like it takes anything extra.
All right, let's
from
do
what
it.
I can tell.
Is this stunning fist feat too for monk?
It is. Yes, that's correct.
What I'm reading
Does-
here on the quick thing says when you target the same creature with 2 strikes from your fury of blows, you can try to stun the creature.
Yep.
If either strike hits and deals damage, the target must succeed at a fortitude save versus your DC or stun 1.
All right, let's see what happens.
There we go.
This
I
is an
never actually-
incapacitation effect.
Oh no, there it is. My class DC.
Yeah, I'm guessing. It's
Are you
not
freaking
26.
kidding me? This guy rolls like 1,000 every time.
Yeah, I've
All
rolled
right.
really high on these guys.
All right. Well, never mind. But I still slashed the hell out of him.
You
and
Put the hurt on
just
them.
long enough to get murdered again. Now that I'm standing up.
Probably.
Yep.
So this severely injured one, kind of looks like some of its root system seems to be like reaching for that other part of it that's on the ground, and then you see like part of its stalk shoots across as it attempts to do blood siphon. The tendrils of
that's
the bush
fantastic.
reach out to siphon the blood from a victim up to 20 feet away with persistent bleed damage, causing the victim to immediately take that amount of bleed damage, or unless they make a reflex DC of 17.
Oh, I might be able to do that.
So you're spending 2
Especially
action points to do this.
Oh, he's spending 2 to do that, you said?
Yep. Go ahead and make your reflex.
Is the extra +1 to my reflex still
It
in
is
effect?
still it's still the
Okay,
same
there
round.
you go.
So
Let's
you
see what
got
you
it, my
got.
friend.
You said it was a reflex, right?
I said
Oh,
reflex.
freaking A. That's like a +9 to this roll. Oh, thank God. So a 6 + 9. So I only got 15, but
It's not enough.
I got a
You needed
+9.
17.
So I had a feeling.
You have how many? You have 1 bleed effect on you? I guess that's all.
I think it's bleed 2 though, if I remember correctly.
You
I
have
don't know
bleed
if
2.
that-
Oh, yeah, you do have bleed 2.
So it's
So
critical.
you immediately take 2 bleed damage, and he regains a number of hit points equal to double what he just did. So he gets 4.
Friggin' jerk. I need to learn that move. That sounds like a good move to know, especially for someone like me who keeps getting messed up.
Now, I probably should have done the attack first, but I didn't. And so this is going to be with a -4 on this attack. So he's going to strike at the... Well, let's see. Dig Bungle did try to goad. So, Dig Bungle, give me a quick, I don't know, intimidation or persuasion, whatever you got there. Just see if you grab its attention. No.
5.
Nope, he's going after Spicy Mike. So subtract 4 from this roll.
Oh my
Oh
God!
my
Are you freaking
God.
kidding me?
God.
30?
30.
Got a
But
+11.
don't worry, he's gonna subtract 4. Don't worry, it's gonna be fine. So a 26 hits. Yes, that's correct.
These things hit at least a 24.
And he does
man.
7
7.
damage. Okay, great.
And you get an
That's
additional
good.
bleed. So now you're up to 3 of them.
on top of that.
Yeah, so now you're
Oh,
up to
I
3
see.
bleed.
I see.
Michael, I'm here. You'll be fine.
Yep, I'm gonna be fine, guys. Don't worry about it. I'm
So
just
you see the
bleeding out
vines
everywhere.
shoot out at you, and they wrap around your throat, and you feel like the vines just start like tapping in, and all across like where you're bleeding out of your arms and stuff, where you've been trying to protect yourself. You see like the vine starts wrapping around you really rapidly, and you see your blood starts getting sucked into the actual vinage itself before it rips away, doing the damage it just did to you.
Spicy
And,
Mike's like, yeah, bring it on. Come on, dirty girl, let's do this.
And you see the stalk of the plant start to pulsate as leaves and like thorns and stuff start sprouting out of it. That's a great line, though. I love that. Let's see. This bush here,
I got 4 freaking hit points. 4.
Oh, man.
I think I've spent 90% of this game in single-digit hit points.
Cam,
look at you.
Roll
That's
me a
fantastic.
flat d20 real quick. I just want to see
Yep.
if I should do one thing or the other.
I rolled a 19 on the die.
All right, I will do the thing that is less detrimental to the whole party. He is going
More
to
detrimental
use...
to you personally, but less to the whole party. Sorry, continue.
Yeah, well, see, what I was going to do is keep him where he was and then use this AoE effect that they have.
And then Spicy Mike started talking
Ugh.
shit, so he decided to whip his ass instead.
Dr. Jasper Smooth Hands, this vine is going for you.
All right.
Oh, look, see,
14,
he only gets a
probably
freaking
missed.
14.
Praise be Samurai. He barely misses on a 3.
Oh my god. So I'm gonna roll his second attack here, since he doesn't have any damage on him. This guy is gonna be with a -4.
Excuse me.
Wow, it's an 11. So this plant
Still.
it starts to like quiver and shake like it's going to do some crazy move, but then it shuffles over, and then like it's hesitating, and you see it throws its like vinage out at you, and it seems like it's having a difficult time deciding which of you to attack, or at least that must be what happened, because both ones go wide between you and the Spicy Mike and
Very spicy.
Dig Bungle. There we go, Dig Bungle. Yeah, that's the name of it. Now, that said,
No thank you, sir.
can I do this? Nope. Okay. So this one is going to scuttle up across here,
I see.
and is going after Clashes, who struck him before. Oh!
Good lord.
Nat 20. I'm sorry, guys. I'm not
I
trying to
feel
kill
like
you.
I feel like that is somehow. Can you double? crit?
31.
I feel like he double critted. And he rolled maximum damage on a critical. Look at that.
I'm down to 1
24.
hit point because
Yeah.
when I hit 0, Orc Ferocity kicks in, and I'm still
Oh boy.
So you are back up, but you now do have 2 bleeding.
A shrubbery is the fiercest champ competitor he has ever known.
I would just
Yeah.
like to point out that 24 damage is over 70% of my total hit points.
More than my entire HP.
Ridiculous.
It's more health than I have.
That's alright, we're just gonna fight some bushes, it's no big deal.
This could be a quick end to this module. I don't know.
And we thought the cave was nasty. It turns out some friggin' bushes are gonna be alright.
All right, chat. Here's something that could happen here.
Oh boy.
If you guys would like to help the party in some fashion in this encounter, I will say if you buy one of the low wild magic effects, that will suffice. And for each one of you guys to add to that, that will help the party a little bit more.
I did forget that I got a hero point, so
You
maybe
do
I
have
can,
a hero
maybe I
point.
can use
I
it.
got a hero point. I just need a chance to use it. But apparently,
Well, I've had plenty of needs for it. I just haven't done it yet.
This Bloodlash bush here that moved up and just did that slash is going to try the Blood Siphon on... Which one of you is bleeding the most?
So, chat,
that would be me. I'm bleeding. the
I'm
most.
still gonna incentivize like my next character. I'll let the chat pick race and class.
And
For
with the helmet is
points.
wild.
The lowest one I think is 1,000.
I think 1,000 points if you got them.
Yeah. So he's going to try the Blood
Smoke
Siphon
him if you
ability on... He should do it on Spicy Mike. I'm not going to do it, though.
You still got that
I'm gonna do it on
+1?
Dig
That's very
Dude,
kind of you.
Spicy Kill him!
Mike's still got that +1 to his reflex.
Yeah. All
The
right, well,
only
I should
only
do it.
just
I should
out
do it.
knives to
I
cut
just-
down a tree.
I want everyone to know that if Spicy Mike does in fact die, he does have a brother named Spicy Derek who may take up the moniker of Spicy Mike in his stead. So I'm
You're
just
gonna
saying.
pull
Oh,
All
man.
right.
Give me a reflex
Move.
17, Cam.
You're gonna pull that
Oh,
move from Fest
Yes.
when the one
yes.
dies and he says, "Actually, you know what? Just called me by his name. I'm his
Yes,
brother."
that's exactly it. So I'm sorry. You said roll d20 plus something or as
A
something?
reflex
I couldn't
save,
hear.
Cam. Reflex
Reflex
save.
save.
And you still get your +1 from me.
Still got my +1.
Animal G just
fooling
dueled himself to get 1,000 points.
He traded points over so he could do it. I rolled an 8 plus a 9, which is a 17, which I
That is
believe
actually exactly what you need.
Oh, is it? I thought that was still
Yeah.
gonna be one short.
That +1 did it for you, my friend. That
It
gracious
sure did.
Terran Ray.
Sure.
So
Thank
Animal
you
G
very
has
much to
redeemed
whatever gods.
the 1,000 Techno Power Pan points to give you guys
Oh,
some
boy.
aid. So this Techno Power Pan point will come in here in just a moment. But
Airstrike.
Blood
It's an
Lasher
airstrike.
reaches out and throws some tendrils your way, trying once again to suck the blood out of you and
This
heal
freaking
itself,
guy.
but it fails. Which leads us to...
Oh, you like it that way?
Malice
So you like
redeemed
it?
Wild
Okay,
Milk.
all right.
We got
Nice, we got two of them.
next.
The other Bloodlash, have I done that one's turn? I think I did.
Yep.
You did. Yeah, you've done all 3 now.
There's been a lot to happen there. Clashes.
Sure is.
Listen,
Yeah.
it's time for this plant to go down.
Which
Because
one?
he's a dumb plant, just like Lavando, the Holyfield was. He moved into a flanking position between me and the Dig Bungle.
I guess
So now all of my attacks are considered sneak attacks.
So you don't bleed out immediately.
You will
Okie
regret
dokie.
your decisions in a minute.
Shucky ducky.
You didn't bleed out though, right?
That is the
For
first
hit
one.
point.
Oh, that might actually happen. First thing that happens, are you going to try to stop yourself from bleeding?
What do I have to do for that?
So if you just take the default roll, it's a flat roll, and you have to roll a 15 or above just to prevent it. Or you can use actions to give yourself additional chances at that.
What actions do I need? Medicine.
Just
Probably
describe how you would stop
medicine.
yourself from bleeding, and we can come up with a roll for you.
I got a +0 to medicine, so it'd be the same as the flat 15, probably. So
Okay.
I'll take the flat 15,
All right.
and we'll just see how this goes.
Punch it. Punch the bleeding.
Punch the wound.
Right in the punch hole. You know
Oh
what I'm
my
saying?
God.
It's a 6.
It doesn't seem like that's enough.
It's Dune.
Yeah.
Once he takes more actions to stop the bleeding, you said? He has
Yeah,
to
I'll let you
burn
take
the-
one action if you would like
Ugh.
to try again.
I would like to use my hero point to reroll
Yes,
my.
you do. Yes, you do.
There it is.
Oh, it's a crit fail.
The dice
All right.
him
Oh.
down.
So in that case, what are these action points I get to use to stop my bleeding? Because otherwise, I'm down.
All right, try it again.
Well, I mean, is it
Just
like
spend an action point and you get another roll, basically. Animal G is
God.
Did it work?
And it's a flat roll. You have to roll at least a 15 or higher on the
I
die.
gotta spend another
These things are brutal.
action point thing because I just got one right.
It looks like you tried, but it didn't go through for some reason. Maybe
Maybe
you
go through.
coded
He
it
must
wrong.
be out points.
I don't know.
He must be out. It's all tapped out, kid.
Malice, you
All
can get him a hero point if you would like. Okay, Animal G got it to work there. Oh, no, he doesn't have enough, it looks
Doesn't
like.
have enough points.
Yeah.
That's a damn shame.
So,
Mouse.
Oh boy, here we go.
squeeze them together. It's HP single, all one word. I think it's the problem you're having there.
Yeah, the commands all have to be, HP single.
All right, here we go.
We'll see if you get that through. We'll give you a couple seconds for that.
We're waiting on chat. Come
Because
on.
the party
There we
needs your
go.
help.
Come on, baby.
They're gonna die.
So sad.
Oh, you gotta. I think you gotta do a redeem HP single.
Yeah, it's just got to be extra complicated. I'm sorry, but
Yeah, we gotta make it
exclamation
super hard.
redeem space HP single space Dustin.
There we go.
/ sticky / kids drugs /
All right,
I feel
well,
like this is
I'm pretty confident this is going to happen. There we go.
that we're all gonna die. Yep.
Yeah.
So you got your PowerPoint. I would add it on there, but it looks like you're just going to spend it immediately. So go ahead and make another try. There it is.
Hey,
Oh,
all right, there
it
we go.
rolled off of a 2 for a second there.
He's
All right.
woozy. He's staggered. He's looking like he's gonna do the fall down thing, but then he shakes it all off because he's the champ.
Nice work, Malice. All right, so Clashes, you spent your action Actually, you didn't spend an action. You spent only hero points on that, didn't you?
Yeah, so my first one is a 21 to hit it.
That hits.
And he takes 9, apparently.
9. This is bludgeoning again?
Yeah, because it's all I got, unfortunately.
Alright, so -4, so I take 4 damage. Alright.
Second attack hits on 18.
18 is a hit.
And it takes 12.
So that'll be 8.
No regrets, Animal G. No regrets. Because if it wasn't for you, I couldn't call myself Sticker now, could I?
So good.
For my last action, because this third attack has almost no chance of hitting, I am going to demoralize him with intimidation.
Oh, there we go.
All right, let's see it.
Demoralize that.
Take that plant.
These plants are
right.
quite willful.
He has to
from what I
save or he's
understand.
frightened for a number of rounds.
We are
he's
scaring
gonna
plants
shiver.
up in here.
you
Then it
roll
truly is
your
going to be a
intimidation.
shambling mound.
So roll intimidation on me. Ooh! That is the most cocked-looking die I've ever seen in this thing. But
it
apparently, it was an 18 with a bonus there, so it's 24. His will save plus 10 is 16, so you have succeeded. He is demoralized.
He is frightened for 1 round.
All right, which is? I'm assuming it's this one right here to your left.
Scaring the hell out of
Yeah,
these
the
plants.
one I was just hitting.
All right, we'll put the mugger sign on there. Hey, thanks for the follow, Eldari.
Thank you
very
for the
much.
follow.
Much appreciated.
We very much appreciate that.
Yeah, this is good. This is good. All right, so you got him demoralized. We'll look up that rule again because I always forget.
Conditions for frightened say you're gripped with fear and struggle to control your nerves. The frightened condition always includes a value. You take a status penalty equal to the value for all your checks and DCs unless specified otherwise at
Okay.
the end of your turn. So he's frightened 1, so he's a -1 to everything for
All
1
right.
round.
I'll put the little note there of the 1, and we'll keep track of it. Awesome. So Clashius comes in. Describe your punches for me as you punch this plant relentlessly.
Punch
So
those
I
plants.
have to line up my punches good because these plants, they apparently ain't got no brains. So you can punch to the face. So what I have to do first is I have to punch right at the middle of his plant stem. And that's where all the little vines come together. That's the thing. You gotta punch right at it. So I punch down into it real hard. And then I come around with like a giant body hook. It ain't got no body. So I just have to punch it in the side of one of its vines. Like, boom. Get off the vine.
That's exactly right. Your punch comes driving down at the center of the stalk of the plant, and it
I lift him at the
shakes
end.
violently.
And I say, listen, I'm gonna make a salad out of you. And then I'm gonna eat.
The salad shoot. Excellent. So that plant is it starts to recoil away after you bludgeon it viciously there. You don't know if it understood you, but you think it understands your intent. And it is definitely upset. As you finish your punches, you look up to your right and you see that the elf from before, Noala, has come in from the side, running in from across the way there. Now the
Stop
chat,
talking shit.
yeah, the chat had redeemed two those effects, so I'm going to give her a couple cool effects here. She's only got 1 arm. She doesn't even have combat stats.
She only has 1 friggin' arm. What
She
kind of
doesn't
friggin' ranger?
Combat stats.
Oh, please tell me. Hold on. Could she please have like a blowgun or something? Wouldn't that be
Can she
great?
be just like a meat shield and just bite it?
So-
For, like at least one.
She's
Even better.
She certainly blows.
What she does instead, actually, is you see she reaches down into a pouch, and she says, "It's a good thing I found these," and goes to throw 2 alchemist fires into the middle there. So we are going to look up the.
Burn
Good
down the
open.
forest.
That's right, dude.
I was hoping it was some like Roundup weed killer or something. I thought that would be pretty nice.
Let's see.
That takes days.
We might just lay here and heal up while they die.
Let's see. I think there's rules for this thing real quick for me. Make sure we're using them. Lesser alchemist fires. Okay, D8 fire damage plus 1 persistent. That sounds pretty good. Yeah, let's do those.
This is how the party catches on fire.
Ooh, that's a good hit. Okay.
Okay, here we
Another
go.
one. I'll use a since this is chat powered, I'm going to go ahead and use one of my hero points in favor of you guys.
Chat power.
Well, first time for everyone.
April would not approve of that.
No,
use.
she would not.
she would
She's
not.
Like, DPK. Oh, it didn't freaking matter. No way.
No, it's actually not too bad. He's
Oh, okay.
got a.
You're
she's
telling
got
me
a
she
pretty
doesn't
good
have a plus 11?
Yeah. I'll give her some decent stats. So she's going to lob
I
it.
would hope she has a plus.
She has plus 30. It's like standard average.
One of them is going to land on this bush here, and the other one is going to go flying. We'll see back. No, she would probably throw them both here. Actually, it's really far the other direction. So we're going to throw both of them on that one there. And what did I say? It was a D8, so we'll just roll 2 of them. And no, I need to actually type the damn R. 2D8. Ah.
She does 2 fire damage.
So yeah, it's not as much as I was hoping for. But she does.
And me neither.
They're not vulnerable to fire?
They are, and that's the advantage.
Oh.
So this is splash damage. So the one that hits directly takes 2 sources of fire, or 4, but each of those adds an additional 5. So that's going to be 14 damage.
Woo.
So that will take that one down to 21. And the splash damage, I think we said, was 1 damage. Oh, and they have persistent fire damage going on. So the 1 fire damage is sufficient to injure this one, but it's actually quite effective. So it takes 6 twice.
Very nice.
So that'll
Very
be another.
nice.
Yeah, so it's down to 6, and it's burning. So both of those will take fire damage next turn as well, before they go out. And it is now Dr. Jasper Smoothhand's turn.
Smooth.
Ooh, well, this is certainly a lovely bonfire, but I believe this Clashius over there could use a hand, so I will invoke the grace of Saren Ray within my blood and cast a 2-action heal towards my good friend Clashius there.
Does your phasing hat appear?
My halo is, in fact, present and readied.
Look! I'm not crazy! It's a phasing hat!
And you heal for 14.
All right. That looks like dice fell off the table there. But 14 is exactly what you rolled, so good.
And I will give my +1, since this is one of my blood. What is it we have as sorcerers? Blood magic. It's one of my blood magic spells. I will give my +1 status effect to Spicy-Mac once again.
Oh, that's very nice.
And I will use my final action to once again cast Shield.
Excellent. All right. The stickiest of the icky.
No!
The ickiest.
Oh, this is pretty bad here. Let's see here. Well, I attempt to get its. Oh, well, I'm out of heals, so that's bad. Let's see here. I will stay where I'm at to maintain the flank for Clashius. I'll give Spicy Michael this on his commas.
And by this,
Oh,
you're saying
I'm
magic weapon. So
Hey,
for the audience there,
Friggin'
that is going to give a
fantastic.
+1 striking weapon effect. So +1 item bonus to attack rolls and increase the number of weapon damage dice to 2. Which is
God, that's a good spell.
That's
real good.
nasty. I love it. So
Yeah.
it's basically extra
So,
dice plus an additional
one
one.
of your commas, only one, rolls 2 damage dice.
That's pretty beefy.
Friggin' fantastic.
I like that.
With a +1 to hit, that's awesome.
It sure friggin' is. Okay. I like it.
All right.
That's what's done. I stay where I'm at and I maintain my sanctuary.
Fantastic. That's a good move.
Maintain.
Spicy Mike. You are still
All right.
bleeding. Actually, was Dick
Oh,
bleeding?
I still bleed too.
Dick
That's
Mungle, you're
right.
bleeding. You take a damage, I guess, unless you
I
want to spend
do.
an action. Spicy Mike, you're going to take 3 bleed damage unless you do
Yes.
something.
Now,
the roll to try to stop that counts as one action. Is that correct?
I'll give you a free one at the start of each turn, but if you would like to do something to try to prevent it, then it takes an
That's
action.
when you use an action. Okay, that's what. Okay. So
I
let's
only
just try
burn
it
2
first.
actions for my magic weapon, so I'll use an action to try and get rid of the bleed effect. So I have medicine. Does that do any difference? Or
Yeah, I'll let you do it since you're spending an action.
all right.
Oh, not 20.
I
Nice.
think you fixed it.
Dick Bungle not only recovers his own bleeding, but he reaches over in the same moment and uses the honey from his hand, which is well known to have healing properties,
That's
Yes, it's a sticky blood.
Yes.
to relieve one spicy Mike of his bloody
that's
wounds.
Like soothing aloe.
fantastic.
Yeah, it
That's
feels
so
real
nice.
nice. It's
I rub some on the weapon. Oh, hit him with this. Oh,
Spicy Mike, now that you're not bleeding.
Your
I'm
honey spiced
feeling
combos.
great at 4 hit points. You know what I'm saying?
just so sticky. Give him the sticky, Michael.
Okay, we're gonna give him the
Sticky
sticky.
Get
All
in
right,
there,
so
brutalize him.
the one that I hit first is gonna be the one with the extra +1. So let's see what we get here. Well, the second one certainly doesn't hit, as it was a natural 1 on the dice. The first one, however, probably gonna hit on a 25.
That definitely hits.
Do I need to like re-roll to not drop that second weapon or something? I don't know how that works.
Well, you have a hero point if you'd like to re-roll it.
That's true, but I kind of feel like I need to save that for like not dying purposes. So
Yeah, okay.
I'm gonna just
that.
yeah.
Yeah, go ahead and throw me another d20 and see what you get there.
Okay.
I thought we
get.
changed it. We had to have
Oh.
2 of them to not die.
Yeah, you do.
Well, I just mean like I'm just kind of holding it back just in case.
Somebody
I
helps
think
you out.
just not
Yeah.
missing is not so important. So I rolled an 18 to not drop it. So
Okay,
I assume
yeah.
I don't drop
Yeah.
it.
You're good.
Okay, so the other one was a 25 to hit.
Mm-hmm. That'll
This
hit.
one, I believe, has 2 damage dice, which is very nice.
Bring it.
Okay, so let's see what we got here. So we rolled these 2 dice. No, we got a good roll there. So that's 10 plus 6. So we got a 16.
And it's slashing damage, so it's not resisted. You
That is
see,
true.
as you are doing your move here, and so you took an action to attack, and then you tried a second attack. So you have one other action left.
Nope, that only counts as 1 action. Flurry
Okay.
of blows.
Okay, but just for descriptive purposes here,
Sure, that sounds great.
they're not taking their turn right now, but you can tell that this one started to spin and start to lash out with its vines in
that's not
a
okay.
large arc. And you step in just at the right time and slash through the root and separate its legs. And you see that the big stalk that holds up the most of the plant just falls off and starts withering. And you
Yeah,
see
that's
just
right.
sap spraying out all over into the ground.
Yeah, that's
This
the way
one
I
is
like
dead.
it. You know what I'm saying. All right, baby.
You have
All right,
vanquished
so,
that one.
I got 2 actions left.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I could move. That probably would result in my death, but maybe we can do it anyway. This is
Nawala yells out, "Watch out! Get out of the way!"
Oh, is that because she's throwing fire at people?
No, she's pointing at the thing that just did what it did,
Oh,
and then gesturing at the other 2.
oh boy. Is one attempting to run in fear at this point?
It
Correct.
looks shaken, like it is afraid of clashes,
Oh, okay.
but it's also on fire, and both the bushes are burning. And
And it's all
Go
bad
out.
for them.
yeah,
Well, you know what? I mean, let's just throw caution to the wind and just run over here. I think I can move over without provoking any attacks of opportunity. If that is still such a thing, I believe it is. And actually, no. That's not what we're gonna do. I take it back. I was gonna go attack, but I'm gonna be terrible at it, so I'm not gonna do that. We're gonna take a step, a 2 or 3 backwards,
mm-hmm.
and hope that is far enough away for whatever weird spinny thing that's about to happen to miss. And is there like a full defense is like more than 1 action, isn't it? I think this
can't
is where we're
remember,
gonna have to
but
leave
there
it.
is something. Yeah,
I
so
believe it's multiple actions. So I'm
He
just
has a
gonna leave it
ninja
at
trick
that.
for this.
I got a ninja trick for friggin' everything. Unless I can
Yeah.
do some sort of heal on myself or something, which I don't think I can.
Hey, Josh, thanks for that. I know it is really late for everyone involved. I'm Eastern time, so this is real late for me right now. We are running
I
a
don't know
little
what
later
you
than
guys are
normal,
talking about.
but
10:45, it's fine.
Thank you very much, Justin Josh.
yeah, much appreciated for the compliment.
Thank you.
Yes, we thank you very much for that.
If for some reason you're unable to watch the entirety of our shows, because some people like to sleep or have work or something, we do put all this stuff up on YouTube. So I'm reasonably good at getting these things up there on a good time span. So you can go there and find all the stuff on there. So if you miss anything, just go check it out.
Please check it out. That's fantastic.
So Spicy Mike moves back to the corner. He gets to where he's safe, he thinks. And now it's the Blood Blash Bush's turn.
I'm like,
Now,
yo, that lady said to back up.
The same rules apply for burning as does for bleeding. So the bush that is afraid of flashes starts like it's going to do the rotation like the other one did and start slashing around, which would have been awesome. But instead decides it's got to put itself out where it's going to be dead. So it's going to try to put itself out.
Holy cow.
And it fails. So I will have it use an action like you guys were able to do.
Justin, Josh, what is 245?
Man, it fails.
240.
Burn more actions.
Or
die.
Must be in the, Europe
like
somewhere.
Nope.
No, it has just got to be like way East Canada or something.
Yeah,
right?
he's up in the far east part of Canada. I would
Yeah,
guess.
because that's like one past East.
I had a guildmate who used to be in that time zone, and we could never figure out exactly.
He's like
what's
he's like
the longest
friggin'
time.
Nova Scotia or something.
Yeah, Nova Scotia. Exactly right.
That's cool, man. I'm glad you're getting into D&D, and I hope you're having
Yeah,
fun
we
playing it.
appreciate that. We appreciate you coming and watching.
So this,
Cancel sleep.
so this one here attempts to put himself out and fails, and will just combust. So this one has burnt to a crisp.
Yeah. This
Has
was
died.
That was a good guess.
This other one will also get its free roll to try to put itself out.
Oh!
Reveal.
I'm not even giving it a
Friggin' guy
chance.
over here.
So it's going to take. I'm going to give it two damage or 2 sources of fire this turn. So it'll
Oh boy,
take.
here we go.
It'll take 12 damage off of it.
Yeah, that's what you get.
Just stare at the burning bush. You can hear the voice of your god.
But
I've
since it
heard
didn't
that
using
is happening.
actions, it will try its 360 spin move in its death throw.
Oh boy. Glad
one
I
of them's
backed
gotta
up
try it.
because I would be dead probably.
Reaction: I get to make 1 attack against all targets near me. Okay, within a 10
Range is 70 feet. Oh, okay, that's not so bad.
That's like
Jesus.
Okay, that's a 28 to hit.
Oh my. Plus 11, gentlemen. Plus 11.
Is that enough to crit anyone? It'd be 10 over your armor class.
No.
Does it have to be exactly
my
10?
armor class is 19, so I'm
Has to be
good.
10 or more. So if you have an
I
AC
think-
of 18, it crit you.
My AC is 18 currently with my shield up.
Oh, he
Oh,
crit
boy.
him.
All right, so
Okay, so he crit him for more hit points than he has.
the damage is going to be 6 for everyone. Apparently I'm going to use the original roll of the 2 plus 4 doubled, so it's going to be 8 damage, not the 22 it shows there. So 6 for everyone, 8 for Dr. Jasper Smooth.
Oh, it's not the 22?
It says specifically in the rules here that the same damage applies to everyone, but if it's a crit, it's just that damage crit. So we're not going to do what the roll 20 did there and re-roll and get a better result.
Okay, so
I'll
8.
be kind.
That is very kind.
I mean, I can burn my
Wowzer.
shield and survive, but I'll take that then. All right.
That was its 3 actions. It is now Clashes. Finish this guy off.
Please finish this friggin' guy.
So, the champ looked at the bush in front of him. He's like, "Listen, bush, we've already talked about this. You gotta die now, and you're still flat-footed."
And as you're saying that intimidating thing, the other bush that was afraid of you, you hear the sap go. It sounds like crying.
Oh,
And-
freaking crying bush over there.
because it's on fire.
Yeah.
That's a 14 to hit a flaming bush.
I'm going to say because it botched its put itself out roll, that it's considered flat-footed. So
Let's just put itself out.
a 16 would hit.
All right.
And you will do 12 damage, which is sufficient to murder this bush. How does
As a
its life
reaction.
end?
As a reaction, I look at the next bush and I say, "Your next bush."
They're all dead.
That's it. No. He's just looking at a totally mundane bush.
Not a bush.
He's just looking like at a regular old bush, and he's intimidating it.
I love it. All right.
Let's let her know it's next.
Congratulations, gentlemen.
Good God.
You survived
Congratulations.
the burning
Somehow.
bushes.
I vote we take a nap right here in the middle of the grove before we move into this evil tree.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I might have to just do some retuning of this module because it's definitely too
man.
easy for you guys.
Plus 11?
Holy freaking cow!
Are you
there's three
sure
of
we
them.
weren't supposed to gain 2 levels after the fight with Hallod?
Well,
Yeah,
there-
level us up again.
you guys are down a party member, so there's that.
That's
That's
true.
contributing quite a
Level
bit.
us up again. Just go one more level.
Hell yeah.
Fine.
Because
So-
Lug was going to show up and he was going to be like, "None of these plants hurt me, and I just firebomb all of them."
Now-
we are level 2.
I would
Yep,
also
level
like
2.
to point out that even if Lug was here, there have been 5 of us, right, with a
Mhm.
plus 8. So that's only a plus 40 total for the party to hit. And those 3 dudes we fought nearly had the same number at a plus 33.
I
boy.
can't explain how they wrote this module. I'm sorry, but the party has survived. They find
we
themselves now.
somehow friggin' survived.
The people at Paizo were like, "Let's crank this shit up to 11." Yeah.
Literally cranking it to 11.
Yep.
Yeah.
Now your ACs and stuff did get better when you leveled, I think, but
By
still,
1.
I
Yeah.
won.
I know. So the party does find themselves in a precarious situation. They are staring down this giant felled tree with a hole leading underneath to something unknown. This area is still
Something
filled
unknown.
with pestilence and some kind of sickly stuff. Will they survive next turn? We don't
Hold
know.
on.
Probably
Did
not.
perchance you say inside the tree is something unknown?
I did.
Oh boy.
So
this is about to get real good.
it's quite good. So I want to say thank you for everyone who came tonight. Let's go ahead and do our
Yes,
plugs.
thank you very much. Sorry. I gotta get out of the voice. I gotta get out of the voice.
The spicy
Okay.
mic needs to be excommunicated.
I gotta get him out of there. Okay.
So I would encourage everyone to take a look right now down below in the panels, and you will see our lineup, our schedule of the week. In that, sorry, Animal G, you're still locked out of that command. Let me get that one for you. We have a Discord. Go check
We
that out.
do.
Become part of that. We'll add you. You'll be able to be part of the conversations. Find out what we're doing. Just get involved. It's a good community. I like everyone in there. It's freaking fantastic. We also have our YouTube channel, which we were describing before. Go check that out. You'll find past broadcasts of this show, all of our other shows, which we're about to describe here. The first of which on Monday nights is The Wisdom Check. Dustin and I host that one, and Dustin, why don't you tell them a little bit about that real quick?
All right. Well, Monday nights at 10 p.m. Central Time, you'll find me, Jeff, and most of the time a guest. And we sit down and we talk about all sorts of different topics that are tabletop role-playing game related. This week's guest is Matty Morgs.
Yeah.
He's playing D&D right now. We might just raid him in a
I
second.
think it's a great idea.
We should.
We should. It's between him or Dyson Logos. Don't know who they are, but they
Yeah,
sound cool.
let's go with Matty Morgs. Let's keep
We'll
it-
hit Matty tonight,
Love
so
it.
he's going to be our guest Monday. So that's what we do there
Mhm.
every Monday night, 10 p.m.
Check him out. Come ask questions on Monday.
Hell yeah. And so then that leads us to Tuesday, which is the realm of one Cam, aka Spicy Mike's Player. So Cam, tell them a little bit about your show on Tuesday.
It is called Bardic Knowledge. It is all about
Great
music.
title.
Specifically, I've been writing music for our games. So it's mostly our Everstorm game. I might do something a little different this week since we are going to be playing a one-shot, or could be more than that, but at least a one-shot of Shadowrun next week. So I might do something a little more cyberpunky, like industrial type
It's gonna be
feel.
techno, isn't it?
Electronic. Yeah, I might do something a little different next week in honor of that. So check that out. Try to do a little bit of teach you a little bit about music, all while making some music and that sort of thing. So come check it out. I'd appreciate it. Tuesdays, 8 o'clock Central Time.
It's real kick-ass. It's a good show. That leads us to next Wednesday. Wednesday nights is when we play this game. So if you want to see the conclusion of what happens here, come back here 10 o'clock Central Standard Time to get more Pathfinder action.
Answer: we're gonna die by
Probably. Yeah.
by
Probably.
big bugs.
Plans, bad plans.
Typically on Thursday nights we play video games and we let you guys pick stupid voices for us to try to do in character while we're playing the game. This week and next week I think we're going to take a break from that because one of our players, aka Clint over here, is away at work and unable to participate. And so we'll be playing that by ear. But as Cam was saying, next Thursday we are going to be playing Shadowrun. And it's actually going to be run by a guest person. And that person is somebody we recently interviewed who is a writer for Shadowrun. So
Yes.
Scott Schlitz.
Very cool.
Very cool. I look forward to it. I haven't played Shadowrun besides one session, so I'm looking forward to it. We're going to be doing 6th edition, and we'll give that a shot, see how it plays.
The only Shadowrun I ever played was the Super Nintendo game.
Oh man,
Whoa.
Nice.
I made a character one time.
Destroyed in that game. That game was awesome.
I made a
So
character
good.
one time, and my current character I'm making is the 10 years later version of that character.
That's awesome.
Because it was literally 10 years ago.
Because it was 10 years ago. So he's
And then that leads us to Saturday, which is this man's purview.
Okay.
That's right.
This
This guy
This
over here.
Saturday, 10 Central Standard Time. Please join us for episode 7 of season 2 of the Everstorm. The guys were ambushed by tricksy mages, and however they crushed that ambush like it was not even remotely a challenge.
It was pretty scary. I'm not going to lie.
I'm the opposite of panned combats, clearly.
Apparently.
I don't know.
and,
There's been a few that have been oof.
And so they burned through that and captured one of the mages and got a negotiation down. Immediately forced the boss to arrive and basically said, "Look, if we do this again, it's just gonna end the same. We're badasses." Rawr. And so they agreed to sit down for dinner for a peace talk. And so join us for a fancy party.
We don't know what's going to happen.
Fancy.
It's gonna be
party.
awesome.
It's
Fancy
fancy.
Levi does a fantastic job at this homebrew D&D game. I am
Fancy
super pumped.
party.
It's going to be so good. Levi doesn't only act as a DM for that game, however. He also is kind of wild and sporadic with something else. And Levi, tell him about your art show.
Oh, we do DM to art whenever I feel like it. I haven't done one this week because I've been focusing on making Everstorm good this week, but I'll be back and do more next week. I am making art of the characters that the guys are playing, so we don't steal art online for the characters.
Yay.
It was much inspired by Cam's Bardic knowledge. Thank you, Cam.
Yay.
We are currently working on Cam's character. He's the last character to make of the main PCs before I am persuaded by the guys to do something else, and we'll cross that bridge when we get there. Even better and just endlessly cool on Sundays in the afternoons, 3 I
p.m.
believe,
Eastern Time.
3 p.m. Eastern
There's actually
Standard
going to be a
Time.
stream tomorrow on Facebook as well.
Nice.
Oh,
David Lee Pancake is actually sculpting our characters based on
Yeah.
my concept art. And he's working on Kodo right now. It's fucking cool to watch. It's really cool because the concept art is a step towards the character being real, but then watching a sculpture being made that's a whole other thing.
It's
That's a
awesome.
whole other level.
It's awesome.
amazing.
This is really awesome.
That's going to be badass. The answer to your question, Eldarion, is that we are shadow running not tomorrow, but the following Thursday night.
following
Yeah.
Thursday.
And
It's the 21st.
21st. Yeah.
Yeah, the 21st.
Oh
of
man,
this
the
month.
Discord back and forth about their character creation is becoming a novel. It's just like,
It's a lot. It's a lot.
I'm glad the general audience can't see that.
yeah, oh my God.
It's a lot.
But I'm gonna tune in. It's gonna be awesome.
Yeah, and on the topic of that stream there for David Lee Pancake, I just posted all the links there for him. He has a web store with all of his artwork on there. Typically, he is a traveling artist that goes to conventions and sells all of his artwork, and that's how he makes his entire livelihood for himself and his wife. And this year, obviously, with COVID, that's not a thing. So any art that you are interested in, please go check it out. It's amazing sculptures. He's won a lot of awards. He's been artist guest of honor at a lot of conventions. And it's fantastic stuff. He's also got a Patreon you can go on to. You can get some discounts. You can get unique items that are only available to Patreons. You can also see behind-the-scenes videos he puts out ahead of time for other people. It's really cool. And you can also check him out, like we said, on Twitch, which is going to be Sunday at 3 p.m. Eastern Time. And that's links in there as well. And he's also got a YouTube channel. He's got a bunch of videos on there. So all those links are there. Go show him some support and let him know.
Please do. Yes.
Let him know you found him through us. That'd be nice. So that gets us through all of our plugs, I think. I think we're doing 8 p.m. for that Shadowrun game. I'm not positive of that, but we'll...
We were talking to Scott, and he wanted to try to start at 8 if we could. So we have to finalize that, but that's the plan at the moment. Unless it doesn't work for Cam, because that is like pretty early for Cam, actually. So.
6 p.m. is perfect.
All right, then. There we go.
Love
Excellent. There it is. So that's going to do it for us. I would appreciate everyone that came tonight. It was super awesome. If you want to buy some books, if you're just getting into the hobby, there's down in the panels, we got some links for some of the basic books. So the core book for Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition and for Pathfinder 2e that we played tonight.
There we go.
And Dungeon Crawl Classics is down there as well. So if you buy that, we get a little kickback from the Amazon world.
We appreciate it.
Also, we're going to do some giveaways periodically. So if you're here, you're a subscriber of the channel, and we hit certain milestones, you may win a book. And I think we're talking about doing that for YouTube. So when we hit 200 subscribers on our young fledgling YouTube channel, we're going to give away a book. So go over there and check it out. Subscribe. Help it out.
Player's Handbook is what we're giving away, so make it happen.
Yeah.
And so let's get that raid figured out here. Because
I've got the raid here all queued up. Last little thing I will say is I got another Zweihander game coming up in less than a month. So it ain't started yet, so we ain't going to start plugging it too hard, but I've already made promo video. So shit's happening. It's getting real.
Zweihander
We'll talk to Matty Morgan before he goes away here. So
let's do it.
Come join us all. We're going to go raid. Let them know we sent you.
Thank you so much, everybody.
And again, Matty will be our guest Monday on the Wisdom Check. So when you hop in there, tell him you're excited to see him here on the Wisdom Check.
Hell yeah. Thank you all.
Good night, everybody.
Good.
Thanks for coming by.